These are two of my brothers, two of my closest friends from when I was a young little kid to like even now, you know what I mean? So I really want to watch this.
His video do well.
What about right here?
I remember at the beginning of the New York house, we still had that beef a little bit.
What about right here?
I absolutely hate that you guys tried to get inside Andrew.
Good?
Because you all told me to.
At your
Okay.
peak,
When I just drove the McLaren for the first time.
what were you making?
Free Zach with the 3 months.
There's so
All right, let's
many
watch this, chat.
sneaky weirdos that were at FaZe, and I made
Bro,
sure
because they probably talk about things that you guys don't even know about in terms of like the corporate side. So I'm interested to hear everything that they touch on. And also I can let you know my perspective on it. So let's watch. Let's react. Let's react. Lock in, chat. Focus.
If I have any regrets, I guess I put all of my energy into building FaZe.
Bro, shout out to Apex for the production. Look at this.
Here, I'm relaunching my channel, as you'll see in the upcoming weeks. I'm going to be doing a few different shows on my channel. One of them is going to be the sit-down, kind of one-on-one conversational show. In the first episode has to
Look at the editing, bro. Apex is crushing
This
it.
isn't like a normal podcast where we're just going to be talking about current day events or anything like that. I actually want to talk with your favorite YouTubers, streamers, athletes, whoever we can get on, and just talk about them on a personal level. As someone who grew up in this world, it's something I understand a little more, and I kind of want to dive into the personal lives and their experiences that people don't usually speak about. So just a disclaimer, we're not going to be talking about everything that we've talked about for years about FaZe, or even, you know, Rain specifically, the stuff that he's talked about that happened with him. All that stuff we've spoken about. This is going to be a different type of conversation, and I'm trying to talk to him as, you know, Northern, the human first, not FaZe Rain, not the YouTuber. We're going to talk about our regrets and the things
Shout out to
that
Apex,
we
man.
learned.
I love seeing him back in
Decisions
flow
that we
state,
made that we
making
wish we
videos,
could
making
have
good
done,
videos
stuff like
too,
that. Now that we're
bro.
both almost 30, looking back at life from a different lens. So enjoy, leave a like, subscribe. I got a lot of cool content coming up, and enjoy the episode. But I've known you for 13 years now. 13?
14 years. Wait till we were 14.
2010?
Yeah. That's the first time I remember I posted one of your clips on the bulletin on my channel or something like that.
Really?
Yeah. It was the Ranger one off top high rise, double Ranger.
Oh, that was in my introducing episode.
In FaZe, but did you hit in FaZe?
Yeah, it hit the ground kind of on that one.
Maybe I was just like glazing. But you didn't know me like that. I was a fan.
Oh my God, there's so
Oh,
much
I
history, chat. There's a lot of
No,
history
but I'm
here.
a fan now. We have an interesting,
There's a lot of history
beginning
here.
to our
I
relationship.
just explained it to somebody like last week. How it
Uh-huh.
started off
2010?
so toxic.
Some of you guys were like 3 years old.
Get mad. His video do well, I would be pissed. Like,
Yeah, and
I swear to God. And I was just telling you that the other day too.
No, I know we've talked about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it happened. That was like the first. I remember at the beginning of the New York house, we still had that beef a little bit.
Up until the FIFA
You
moment.
were 6, I was 4, I was 7,
remember
I was
what happened
21.
with FIFA. I know,
So you're
bro.
35,
Yeah,
I
you
was
didn't
10, I was
remember
7.
You know how I
So I'm saying there's so much history, Chad. There's so much lore.
We just didn't like each
I
other.
was
and anything
2.
could have set it
No,
up.
okay, because
Anything could have set it up.
for context,
What?
like the months leading up to the house, we were both kind of like 1 and 2, and then like rotate.
So it was like friendly competition to a degree, but we just didn't handle it.
No,
healthy
but
at
we
all.
were late. Like it was like low-key hating. Like I told you, beat the clock. When he released Beat the Clock, I was like,
What
I
did I
was like,
think of it?
no, man, this is a
Bro,
big
back
deal,
in the
dude."
day, we were all so competitive with content and like videos and YouTube and all of it. Like when we were all young, like we're all teenagers, we all like how Norton's like, oh, his video would do good, I would get pissed. Like,
And I love it. I love it.
bro, that shit is real. Don't worry, thank you for the 3 months. Like we would all low key, like we were all friends and brothers, but like there were little things. I don't know how to describe it. Just the dynamic was different, bro.
We low-key had that. I mean, we like
Like we were all really immature too and
my
young.
I punched a hole somewhere.
my MW3 one.
No, the Black Ops 2 one.
Of
Turbine.
Corey. Oh, Turbine.
Turbine. I don't know. Since I was like 15, I've been saying that. I always mix them up.
That
for
one
some
was
reason.
nice. Those are
I'll
legendary
forever
clips.
mix them up.
And I love
Legendary
it.
clips.
He does with the
We
3
had the
months.
Haiti vibes a little bit. I remember like in the New York house was when we first moved in. I hate it. I don't know about you.
Oh, I know what
I wanted
MWT
to
shot
move
you're
out
talking
so
about.
bad.
I know what I'm doing. Under the thing, under the.
Yeah.
I was in that
You were
game.
in that. You
I was
reacted.
in that game.
Yeah.
I was fake glazing, but yeah, I was in that game. I was just like, yeah, nice.
Yeah, you did react, but
Rain
I
coming to
appreciate
Arizona
that
was
thinking
legendary.
of
Oh, damn, you
reactions.
remember
But we were in the
that?
house, and then the FIFA incident happened. Literally, I think I was just trying to film a FIFA video,
And
and
I
you were
love
like,
it. I
your
love it.
energy
I
was
love it
just
so
think.
much.
I think
Seb with the
that's what it
tier
was.
1.
Then I remember I went to
go
the
with
mall.
that. I
I
don't
remember
know.
I
My
went
boy,
to the
6
mall
months.
Second say, and then like we were just like living in the same house. And,
I
like,
thought we beefed over a play. That's what I thought it was.
I don't remember. I have a horrible
Yeah.
memory. You have an insane memory. Mine's bad. So Yeah, I just remember it was awkward at first, and then I don't know how we fixed that.
Oh my
Swear to
God.
God, it was just like we
The
both
footage looks
simultaneously
vintage.
Grew up at the same time. Like we just both grew up.
Yeah, and that
We just like got over it. We realized because we both knew what each other was doing.
yeah. It
And
wasn't
one
about
day
FIFA.
we're just like, bro, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And we just like actually became homies and started supporting each other. Even during our like prime, we were supporting each other the whole way. Like
No, 100%.
on my mother's life, when you were snapping that month with the class project videos and like everything was hitting. You upload some random.
That was Club Penguin that started going off for
Everything
Apex.
that I was genuinely happy.
No,
like, I
same.
was not
there was
worried, nothing.
There's not one moment in the New York house that I remember being like, ugh.
But that taught me. I'm so glad I learned that with him because I haven't been like that about a human.
I was gonna say
Like I
that.
learned it through you.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
same.
So I don't act that way towards people because I saw how childish it was, and
I was
it's just counterproductive to even feel that way about someone. Like everybody can eat, and you just have to change your mentality to understand that just because someone else is doing well doesn't mean you can't. It actually
Yeah.
means there's more opportunity than less.
Shout out to
Honestly,
Norton, man.
That was like such a good lesson to learn early in life.
Absolutely.
Because like, it's so easy to like low key have that like envious hate.
That it's
Yeah.
the easy perspective.
Yeah.
Like I said, like I always say, like with jealousy and inspiration,
Bro,
it's like
like-
the same feeling. It's just your perception of it. Like, damn, like I can do that too, or like must be nice. Like that hate.
Yeah.
I hate that phrase. Like,
And-
must be nice.
Yeah, and
And it's
it's
not like a happy family. Like you lost your family, and you're saying must be nice to a happy family. It's
Yeah, no,
Ah, okay.
you have to learn it. You have to learn it. We learned it. I mean, thank God. Whatever happened, again, we don't even know. Like, not it just snapped. Maybe Sensei was low key the.
I'm
mediator.
telling you guys,
talked about it to other people, but me and you
at the
both knew.
beginning,
Yeah.
like they're talking about right
Yeah,
now,
no, same. It was just.
Also,
it was a lot
It was like
different. Even when
saying,
we
like,
would be on
so jealous
Skype
of this
and
guy.
No, but
make
it
these
was
videos,
just
like
it's like, oh, nice.
there was like
We
a
hype each other
competitive
up, but, like,
element
we
You'd see
both
it,
know,
like,
in
yeah.
all of us with each other.
always used to remember
Instead
that.
of us
Swear to
being
God,
hyped
that's
for
me
each other, it
inside.
would be like, damn, like
Swear to God, I
now
was like,
I gotta
dude,
turn
yeah.
my
You
shit up.
say I love you to everybody else.
But then we
you go
matured
around the table, like,
and
love you, Alex,
realized
love you, Biggs, later rain. Like, I was like,
In the house.
That was
in the
toxic
house,
as
yeah, I used to
hell.
always say it to everyone but me, and I was like, this kid hates me, bro.
Oh wow.
I swear to
I
God.
apologize. That is very
It's
lame.
okay. I know you love me now.
Wallah.
I can't. I'm
don't remember
reacting
doing
hard
that.
right
If
now.
I did it.
I remember. That's
I
what I
don't
was saying.
like. I don't remember ever intentionally doing that. We learned a lesson.
I'm
that
really
lesson
busy
hard.
right now.
It was
Chat.
good. Thankfully, I think we both of us have
So
applied.
I learned that
now.
lesson through you. I hated Alex at one point before I knew him, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then like me and him became super close also. So it just made me realize that a lot of people you think you hate, you really don't hate and have
yeah.
nothing against, and you're just being sour for no reason.
Yeah.
Bro.
At the end of the day, we were.
Also a pedophile.
No, wow, that's facts right there. Norton literally, bro. Norton used to hate me, and he never even talked to me. Chad, how messed up is that? He used to hate me solely based off of. I got mentioned, Chad. I got mentioned. He used to hate me solely based off of what Seabass would say about me and what FaZe would say about me. FaZe somehow, and it's a small ass world. Me and him went to the same middle school, and I asked him for food one day, and he told me to fuck off, and I was like, oh my god, like, is he serious? Like, I didn't know. I'm like, you know how when Ron got slapped, and he was like, damn, actually, that was like me. I'm like, oh my god, like that was really mean, and I never asked him for food or talked to him really again after that, I think, and then he found out who I was, and I found out who he was, and he kept telling people that I was annoying as fuck, and that I would always ask him for food. And I'm pretty sure the reason I asked him for food on this particular day is because I was saving the $5 that my dad would give me every day for lunch. He's like, okay, here's your money for lunch, because I didn't have the membership. I would just give them cash. I started saving it to buy MW2 because I really wanted to play it and trick shot and snipe and shit. Right? I had aspirations of this from the 8th grade. So I saved my lunch money for 3 weeks, didn't eat for 3 weeks. And I would ask him, like, yo, because he sat in front of me in history class. I'm like, yo, Josh, can I get some food? It's like, fuck off. I remember him literally, like, that's a core memory of me being in 8th grade, of him telling me to fuck off when I asked him for food. Because he said it, like, very mean. And I'm like, oh my God. I don't know how to react. Also, my social skills were a lot different back then. But Norton hated me just off of those two people's perspectives. And we had never talked or anything like that. Whatever. Let's not yap too much.
14 to 18. That whole period that we just talked about, 14 to 18. So
Yeah.
it's also
We're
way
kids, you know what I mean? We're still
So-
young, figuring life out.
So now we're both 28, getting old.
Old.
We're almost.
I just say 30 at this point.
We're almost hitting 30. I know. I mean, we are 30.
They're old as hell, Chad. They're mad
Some of the big
old,
shots I've
bruh.
been saying I'm 30 for 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, it just feels crazy because we were always like, "Wow, you guys are only 20. You guys are only 20." Like, I feel like that was our life for like. Obviously, it was, but like,
Yeah.
it feels like that was yesterday. So,
Ironic.
yeah, now we're 30. I remember making fun of my brother for turning
What,
30. So
Larry?
Here you are.
Now here
and
I
all
am.
of you, all you hate ass that say the same shit about us, it's coming to y'all. Sorry.
Yeah.
I know you're bleeding.
It's okay,
Somebody
that got bleeped big
My
time.
bad.
It's It's okay, yeah, but we're
I'm
unks
not
now.
30,
It's actually-
Chats.
I like it. I embrace the uncle rule. I think it's hilarious when I've gone to the new house and gone to like Jason's stream or something. Everyone's saying,
Whoa,
"Uncle,"
this is my room. What?
I mean, it's low-key a blessing. They're saying that you got the wisdom.
Yeah, well,
They say,
okay, I'll
like, you
take
get
the
it from a
unk.
different perspective.
Adapts an unk too, which is interesting.
Strange to see.
Yeah.
What?
But he got wiser as he
No,
got
for
older.
sure. Because
I love
he's
Adapt.
been through a lot, right?
No,
so
no, he has.
that's
I was
how
trolling.
you learn.
He's
It's
a
the only
great-
way you learn, you know?
He's a great kid. But we're both
Why'd I catch a
28.
stray?
We both grew up basically online, like our entire lives.
I think we
He
have
called
the
me an
best
unk?
perspective of it because we saw it without for a second, and then right when we turned like, I don't know, was it 11, 12? Like it was heavily in our
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, I don't know. I know you started YouTube even at like
06.
06.
But I started with
Like,
anime music
ceilings
videos,
sketch.
WWE
Appreciate the
shows,
update. Appreciate the
just
update.
camera footage of like Dragon Ball Z, Tenkaichi 2,
Jeff
and
Hardy?
stuff like
I
that.
got called an unk and a kid in the
Sports
same
Bomb
sentence.
Compilations, all that.
Yeah, 2006. I wasn't on YouTube. I remember that I have early memories of.
They're talking about 2006. There's people in the chat who weren't even here
I think
yet.
that's where you got banana phone from, right?
No, I got it from Ring Ring Banana Phone.
Oh.
But there's a guy that used to make like iPhone app reviews. I remember being like, I was probably like 12, and I would like fake make those videos in my room, in my mom's room actually. I remember, but yeah, I started in 2008. I think I opened my channel. You were 2006. So we both, either way, our prime freaking
I actually found YouTube in computer class, 4th grade.
really.
Some kid Ammar showed me. He said, look, YouTube, look at that.
Oh, he has an insane memory, chat.
He opened a whole,
Oh, wait.
whole new world.
I think Alvin
W-
and Chipmunks was before all that.
Jeff Hardy
yeah, I
reference.
remember you
That
talking
might
about
have been
it.
the first thing I did.
So you were on creating early. I was
even made,
watching.
like lame vlogs and stuff, like through a laptop.
Where are they?
I forgot who even had it. Sony Vaio. This kid I knew in class. What do you mean deleted? That's the first thing I made.
I'm trying to set up this 6-man for later,
before, like, my
chat.
name's ever ring. I swear to God, it's that bad.
At least you had the password.
We
Thank
need
God.
Norton in this
Yeah.
6-man.
But those are gone. I swear. There's one channel I can't get rid of, but there's nothing about me on it. It's just all the stuff I'm talking about.
Where is it?
Scope's down to play too.
Never to be found.
Well, we both grew up basically online. Me and you are a
I
little
loved it.
different. We're like
I love it so
I got
much.
hacked.
Keys
and
with the 3
swatted and
months.
All this stuff when I was like maybe 16.
Oh, we didn't get swatted?
Huh?
We didn't get swatted?
No, I know. I'm
You
saying.
heard me tell the Polish story on Swag?
Yeah, I did say that.
That
Yeah,
one
yeah,
sucked.
I know. That was bad. I
You were
got
there with me, that's why I
was
remember.
AJ with the
I got
3
swatted
months.
When I was
I love it
16
so
though.
much.
I remember at your crib.
It was really bad. Like it was really bad. Like helicopters and like shotguns. Like
Oh,
few
before the
movies
FaZe
out.
house, he got swatted.
yeah, it was early. My whole family was
That was
there.
before New York House, right?
Yeah, way before.
Yeah.
A couple years before, my family was there. My brother's friends were there. A bunch of babies were there. It was crazy. So after that moment, I was like, I made a decision at 16. Like I'm being private.
Fully
man.
anonymous with your
So
name and stuff.
I was.
Until your fans.
Bro, can you guys believe it? I also got swatted when I was 15 years old. I was a sophomore in high school. I got swatted at my parents' house. And my parents somehow knew it was me and were so mad at me. They were so mad at me, bro.
and don't want to do that no more.
Yeah. So,
Before I was even making YouTube videos like
still
that.
am
It was
very
all
private,
clips.
I don't talk. Like I don't.
You
share a lot of my
deserved it.
personal Life. You're the opposite.
What?
Yeah.
Right. Like that's why everyone. That's why you. That's not the only reason, but that's one of the reasons why people love you so much. Is because like they really know you. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
you
I
were
mean, I
always
just-
very
I
authentic.
just feel like there's a lot to learn.
Oh, what is
Yeah, and
that
you
broken
just
display
always-
in the
even if
top
it's
left?
bad, like that's why everyone got ammo about me. A lot of people went through stuff they just will never tell you.
Yeah.
I just don't mind, like especially when you beat it, you get through it. Like they know you can
Yeah.
help somebody that's maybe going through it, expedite the process for them, and look at a different perspective.
Yeah. And you,
There we go. I
which
fixed it.
we'll-
Good-
I'm
good
sure
comms
we'll
on
get
that
to
overlay. Good
what
comms.
your experience was.
Yeah.
But
Being a
from the
pussy.
beginning, you were definitely like open. Always. You always. You had your your mom on a lot, like from the beginning, your sister and stuff like that. But a lot of people know about your childhood, but I want to ask everyone. But like, what was your childhood like? Where's your family from? I know you're from Mississauga.
Yeah,
Everyone
I grew up
knows.
in Mississauga, so I grew up in a hospital called Trillium. It's like near this place called Port
W
Credit. It's in
editing.
Mississauga. It's right there. It's in
Okay.
Mississauga. And there's like Port Credit down there. I lived there. And then I was only there until I was like 5. Then we moved to Abu Dhabi, 4 years. I actually
forget
still
that.
don't. I do too.
Oh, I forget that Norton
It's
lived
such
in
an early
Dubai.
part of my life that
Or
I
Abu
didn't know.
Dhabi.
Came back. Dad realized we were not it. He left. He's gone. He's like, wait.
Okay.
these guys
okay.
not-
Hold on.
I
If you
forgot
don't
that he
mind,
lived
You've
in
been
Dubai,
memeing this
bro.
for a decade now.
No, he's back. He got the
About
milk.
your
Me and him.
dad.
Me and him.
Wait,
the milk.
okay,
we
hold
good.
on. Can we say it in normal terms? That people aren't gonna catch on to your jokes, but
Milk.
so your dad, you said when he came back from Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
Is
When we
you-
came back, we all went back to Canada.
Yeah.
And then he just cut.
He just
Just him and, you know what it is, now that I'm older, it's not like this he left a little kid. It's just him and my mom wasn't working, and sometimes like I get it. Like as I've gotten older, people got crazy baby mama drama.
Yeah.
Some people just aren't meant to be together. No matter, even if my mom was a super villain, she's my goat. I don't care, but
Your
she
mom
wasn't.
was
Like,
super
it's just
villain.
incompatible, bro. They
Yeah,
did not
yeah.
work out. So
Do you remember? Like, do you actually remember that coming home? Like, did he dip before you got there? or
I just
after?
remember one day being like sad about it, but I got over it super quick. Cause
Yeah.
he
Damn.
was the chillest at the time.
No, of course,
Like, I've
I
heard
mean-
of chiller people. He wasn't that chill.
No,
That's
obviously
crazy.
that's a rough
Dad
family
really
to grow up with.
left
Yeah, so it sucked seeing it all
the
the time.
lobby
but-
it without
Yeah, I guess
saying
okay.
anything.
'Cause I mean,
His
I
dad just
remember
Irish
really
goodbye
playing with
him.
you in like, I have a memory on cargo of you saying you were gonna
Yeah, I'm
see
going
your
to my dad at
in
court the next day.
Yeah, so
yeah, and I hit the suicide. And I had to come into a one piece edit. I won't clip that. I remember.
dude. So my memory,
That
you
is-
always validate
That's
What?
the
my memories.
first
I'm like,
time
is that a
That's
real
we
what
memory?
talked about it, and like I was like,
First
oh, he's being kind of chill.
Yeah,
Then
I
we
think
got super
so.
Competitive. That was like the first time
He
we were
rage
kinda,
quit
like, nice about
Parenthood.
something. Sorry.
You
Listen.
You put it all
His
on me.
character development skyrocket. It's like the craziest meme coin to the moon. I swear to God, like you changed so much.
I mean, I
It was
appreciate-
your environment too. The people you played with, toxic internet kids.
It was definitely extremely toxic group. I was,
yeah, and like
but I
you're just
was
trying to fit in. Every kid
I
is
was a-
so
I'm
brain
sure
dead with
I-
that. Just want to fit in.
Yeah, but still, either way, we had that conversation. I remember. But so you just said he's back. You talk to your dad now?
They taxed him 17 years. Like in the beginning, he left us, but then like I left his ass right back, right? Because
So he was trying. He was trying again.
Counter ratio.
Sometimes.
Fuck yeah,
When you
Nordy.
got- So when you got older,
Uno
because
reverse his
I
ass.
remember
Because
most.
he
I-
saw him
most
blowing
of
up
our
and was like,
friendship, we were
ooh, I'm trying
you know,
to.
I'm never talking to him, and like you never.
Well,
wanted
obviously, that's
You
why
know what I mean?
You know, Elon said something I think is very important. He said, "Never think in certainties, always possibilities." You know, because you're kind of ignorant if you always think in certainties that you're not certain about,
Yeah.
because you just really never know. Like things look a certain way, and the
Facts.
odds could be a certain way, but you just really never know.
We've
Facts.
learned that in a lot of ways.
That's why I think the smartest, most understanding people understand that they don't understand. People that think they have everything figured out and want to answer for everything might be the most like smooth-brained people that exist.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Smooth brain.
Because they can't
One,
be
two.
okay with
One,
being,
two,
like,
three,
life's
four.
going on Sometimes
You
you
feel
just
me?
don't know.
Yeah.
They have to know.
No, I
So they'll
mean-
try to justify anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah, 100%.
Swear to God, they're crazy. So many people
You're
are like
right. The best, like one of the best qualities you can have is just saying I don't know, and just being
that. Yeah,
open
just
to
be
learn.
honest about
Yeah,
it. Some people like they need the bullshit.
You gotta be a student of the game, chat.
100%. Well, I'm glad to hear that. You know, I mean, you told me this before the podcast, obviously, but like that's cool. I'm glad that you're happy with that situation.
I'm trying to hear them
No,
get
just
into the
chill.
real shit
Yeah.
though.
Because I have two brothers now, I guess. They're awesome though.
That's dope.
They're 5 and 8, but they crazy as hell.
They're little.
5 and 8.
That's crazy.
Like I didn't really know what that was till I was like 12, dog.
I'm trying to hear them get into
Right?
the
Like,
real
that's
shit,
realistically when I was
chat.
like, oh, it does more than pee.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? That's like when I realized, buddy, they're 5 and 8 and like know everything.
yeah. No, it's crazy.
And it's definitely from school.
The internet is crazy now.
5
Yeah,
and
About Riz
8?
yacht and all that. Skibbity.
Yeah,
They're
it's bad.
5
Bro,
What?
it's bad.
and 8.
Some of these.
Like, what are you doing?
Well, you
Bro,
know,
one of them was doing the air. I swear to God, I was like, what? What are you doing? And then the other one said it. I was like, bro, how do you guys even know that?
Yeah,
Why
no,
are you doing that?
it is crazy.
Blows my mind,
You know,
bro.
FaZe Baby. You know, you're a big fan
Wait,
of
so,
FaZe Baby.
yeah,
What happened to FaZe
I
Baby?
saw your vlog of him at visiting the house a few days
Oh
ago.
my god, he's so little.
At the LA house. But FaZe
Wait, how
Baby
old is he now?
Just
Like
turned
9?
10.
Oh, 9.
Oh
okay,
my
that's
god, he's a
10.
big ass
He has
kid
brothers,
now.
7 or 8 now.
Do you guys remember
But
FaZe
like,
Baby?
thank God he's not like
Less
that.
than an
Is he in private
hour.
school?
I think
Public.
that's when we run the
I know, I
BO6
told my
6
brother.
He doesn't
man.
know?
Tell my brother you got to get him out. I mean, he probably knows all this. He doesn't talk like that though, because we beat
I
him.
mean-
Not beat him, guys. I'm just joking.
What? No, I'm just kidding. I'm
But
kidding.
we have, he has 3
I wanted to weigh in on that in a second,
uncles
though.
and his dad. I'm just saying, like, we wouldn't allow him, you know, to be.
And I love it.
Uh,
Did you
And
get
I
beat
love
as a
it.
kid?
I love it so
No,
much.
I actually didn't.
Okay, so I got my beat. But I did deserved it, and this is
Yeah.
like what's real, right? It was never like, and I always say this, like my parents never got drunk at beat. It's not a concept. That
Yeah,
was never
yeah.
something that happened. I feel like that's traumatizing.
For sure.
Where they get drunk and they're like, it's kind of scary, and you just unnecessarily
No, that's
irrationally get
crazy.
beat.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that is
I've seen
a
that
little
happen a lot.
freaky,
Sad,
bro.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
So,
a
like,
little
people I went
freaky.
to school with and stuff, and they're just drunk. Parents are crazy. I always did something to get beat.
Mm-hmm.
Like even if it
Facts.
was like a little bit irrational, like I left a mess and my mom beat my fine. I shouldn't have left a mess. Like everything had some sort of justification to it.
Yeah.
I said fine. Like she beat my sorry. So again, bleep again. Sorry.
Slow it forward with the
But
2 months,
she
my
beat
boy. Thank you.
That's fine. I deserve that one, right? So I'm not traumatized by any of it, and honestly, it's all comedic. My mom tries to still apologize about it to this day. Like she cries and apologizes. I'm like, bro, get over it. Like
His
I'm
baby
fine.
OG
Like,
as
I'm
fuck,
fine.
bro.
We didn't
He
break anything.
is.
It's okay.
Yeah, again, you have a unique perspective on life
Because
you've-
sometimes you
'cause you've
deserve
been
it.
but you have a lot of experiences. Yeah, but
But it's also the way you look at it, right?
yeah.
It's so many things. It's I'm sure a lot of people had almost the exact same experiences
Yeah,
as me,
you
but
gotta go.
maybe they're
You
just
gotta
too
go.
negative to look at it in the right way. Because it's always just perspective.
Yeah, but bro, you also like again. I've told you this a million times, but
Hold on, chat.
the
We're
way that
reacting.
you
We're
were able to
reacting.
Look at everything in a positive way is like, especially where you were a few
But
years
no, I
ago.
didn't. I tried to off myself over
I'm saying
minor
now. I'm saying
inconveniences.
now.
That's the softest thing a human
Well,
can
yeah.
do.
I understand. I'm saying now You got to a point
you
where
ever
were,
get
like,
beat as a kid?
never,
Yeah.
like,
100%.
rock-solid
Yeah,
mentality,
because of
but it
that.
took you a
That's
long.
why,
It's
again,
'cause
I
you're
tell
too
Not
people
young.
like
change it,
insanely,
like,
but
yeah,
yeah,
and I
you
wouldn't
would get
change it.
ass
Which
whoopings
there-
when you
Again,
fucked up.
I'm gonna because we're gonna obviously get to a little bit of that. You've already talked about. We're not gonna. I'm not trying to talk about the.
I
things
would
that we've
wear
already
hella
talked about.
underwear.
I'm
I'll
talking
put a bunch of
about
underwear on.
FaZe and
Of
like.
course, yeah.
When
I
my mom
know,
be like,
everyone
"Oh,
knows that's not what this is about.
you're
It's
gonna
not
get-
what
we
we're
you're
did
gonna
doing.
get
$100 million
whooped.
each
Yeah,
and
right.
sold out the
When your
company.
dad gets home, I'll run to the room and put a bunch of underwear on, bro.
At this point, I just told you, bro. At this point, I wish we sold the company. I wish I
W
stayed. I
method,
wish we just
W
go wild.
method.
I said, like, what the?
Yeah.
Like, you still just get blamed for something you didn't do.
We didn't sell
That's
anything.
the crazy part about being in a position where you could technically do something but
Yeah.
don't. Is that people
And I
will
love it.
always think if you could have, you
love it
would.
so much.
Yeah.
Every time. It's crazy.
Maybe one
Ants
day
on
we'll
the
have
bed.
that type of money, but not today.
Thank you for the 3 months,
Speaking
Terry.
of money, and we wish we have that.
I'm way more of a minimal. I told you, bro. You just get the 32 pack and you call it
No,
a day.
no, I'm not.
A minimalist.
I'm not even.
now.
It's not even about any of that. Me too. I mean, my family. I
But
wanna
you've
talk a little
always
bit-
been a minimalist since day one.
Yeah, because I
'Cause
grew
you're
up.
just like, I have to spend money.
Because okay. 'cause
What?
I
Apex
grew up-
love
my
Gucci
dad came from
jackets.
Palestine with $100. So he.
I didn't have a memory card. I was broke too.
Yeah. So my dad moved here, $100, pumped gas.
Adele, you got dropped
did
as a kid or
every job
nah?
you can think of.
Potentially.
Sandwich shop.
don't
everything,
know.
and
You
then-
had sleep for dinner how many nights a year?
No, to be honest, like
Never?
Not me. Like I don't.
That was like
I'm
the house
fourth-
special here.
I'm the youngest kid. You know what I'm saying? So like by the time I was old,
sweet.
we were fine. I mean, paycheck to paycheck my entire life. Like my parents were not well off, but my dad like moved to a nice community, so he had high bills, but he was able. So like we didn't necessarily have a lot of savings, but like he put us in a nice area. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not. You know, I didn't grow up in the. Yeah, I grew up in a good
That's why I
environment.
just find it insane when they say internet work's like hard work. When you think about what our parents had to do.
Yeah, no, it's insane.
It's wild.
No,
bro.
I can't believe it. I mean, because he was younger than I. They came over. He came over here, barely knew English. $100, just like spawned into America. I'm like, all right, let's figure
Spawned
it out.
in with $100 in
Gotta keep him on
America.
his first night in America.
No way.
Yeah, I swear. He rented out like a pizza shop for him and my mom's wedding.
W
And a family
Apex
member
lore.
charged him, like,
W
$40.
Papa Apex lore.
Pretty crazy times, but yeah, but like I. grew
Rug's
up with
dad
that,
was
so my
also a
family was
grinder,
frugal.
yeah.
So like, you know, I
Prawn,
never
for
spend-
real.
I like still cringe when I have to spend. Swear to God, like even if I spend. Like if I buy a water bottle from like somewhere and it's like $5, like it literally boils my blood still because it's just like insane.
It's
like,
the point.
Yeah, I just can't. So that's just how I grew up.
But
So
California's insane with
No,
that.
California's
Everything is just
insane.
like they add cost for fun.
yeah, I don't spend money. I never spend money on myself. I'm just yeah. But
Just
what was yours
cigarettes.
Like what, though, your family when you growing
I mean,
up.
same thing. I never really. I was honestly, I grew up kind of jealous of people because they could have stuff, and I just like never did. Like I told you, even with a memory card, I used to get on the game, have to start from fresh every day.
Yeah, that's
But
insane.
that's low key what made me better.
yeah.
think about
what
it.
game.
Like I don't even remember. That's what I'm saying. It was just like random games. That's like when I was like 8, 9, 10. When I got to like PS2, I think it already had it in it. You didn't need memory cards for PS2, right?
Maybe I'm thinking
I don't think so.
N64. You need a memory
I'm saying
card.
PS1,
Yeah, yeah.
like when I was playing
Okay,
PS1.
okay.
No, you needed a memory card for PS2.
Like,
Yeah.
I do the story modes, do different stuff like that, right? But you had to speed run it every day.
Yeah,
So I
that's
feel like that's
crazy.
what made me better because I had to do everything quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker. Because
It's
I wanted
interesting.
to play more, only had a certain amount of hours, and at the same time do the same shit every day.
That's interesting.
That was only PS1 though. PS1 era. I think PS2 it either came with a memory card or that was just in the past. All I ever wanted as a kid was memory card, maybe some cheese strings and some Lunchables. And that's it.
No, that's crazy.
never had 'em.
I mean, that is that. But the point that it's something as small as memory card.
Cheese
that
strings
you
and
can get-
Lunchables.
It's like
Now
it's
that's not even a
good-
concept. The
it's a-
15-year-old's like, what are you even memory card for what?
Yeah,
It does not a
and it's a
concept.
good
Is Apex
education.
50? No, Apex is
Also, something I think
28.
of nowadays, a lot of people like if they don't have the money, they'll still spend like they have the money.
But I mean, I technically still had a console, so be grateful for that, right?
Yeah.
Like a memory card's a memory card, but
No, for
I
sure.
had a console.
But still, it shows the financial situation. So your family wasn't necessarily well off.
Mm-mm.
You guys were just kind of making it.
Well, I don't really remember with my dad. I'm sure we were never well off, but it was like okay, wasn't terrible. Never like we're in the
Cheese
streets, never-
strings, not
at that
G
point, I don't think I'd
strings.
sleep for dinner
You're
much. That
older
was
than
more when my
Apex.
mom was single
No,
mom.
Apex is older than me. He's
She
28.
was single
So
mom.
is Norton.
That was like sleep for dinner.
They
pretty
were
much
all,
always.
they
It
were
wasn't
both
her fault.
always a
Hard
year older than me,
work,
You
or
remember
maybe
that.
recently
Yeah,
they
that
just got
part's
older
way
than me.
more-
I don't know.
Really, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
because that was like the harder part of life. Like
How old
earlier,
were- how old were you?
11, 12, 13. Then Al spawned in. Blessed.
Hell.
No,
Shout
before
out
that
Al.
time, when I was a kid, I used to think Al was like rich, right?
Yeah.
Because I was like,
Shout out to
more
Al.
chicken.
Yeah.
Only rich people can do that.
Yeah.
Because there's like levels to it,
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
No, for sure.
But he was doing well from his job. Like it wasn't. He had a lot of benefits too, so it was good.
Perry, why'd you say there were
Crazy, man.
ants on the
It's
bed,
just
bro?
interesting to see where everyone has such different childhoods.
Yeah.
So again, like people automatically assume anybody on YouTube. I mean, especially you. You had a flashy few years, right, at your prime, buying. You know,
I feel like everyone has
jewelry
to
and-
experience it once.
No, I know, but
just
my-
to, like,
Hydrate, I got
'cause
you.
That's ultimately what most people end up coming to.
My point is because of that, people assume probably that you're just like.
no, you do
always
it
had
because you
money
actually
and-
hate yourself. It's actually backwards. You do it because you hate yourself, and it's like, wait, maybe I'll like myself. And you're like, okay, I gotta do it again. Still don't like myself. Okay, let me do it again. It's like that. All people go out instead of going in. Does that make sense?
It doesn't make
Like
sense.
you'll look out for things that make you feel good inside instead of just working in out.
You see my
You know what I mean?
veins?
I know
what
it's
you're
that weird, but
Yeah.
you always got to fix
So
everything
when-
inside before you do all
how
So in
that.
like 2018, 2019, when you're buying all the designer clothes and
From 1996 to 2021. Yeah.
you were just like, you think you were trying to
Just, I
like.
hated myself. That's why like when people try to say like I had an ego back then, I'm like, like it's actually funny because like back then I used to like when I look through my old messages, I don't know if you're like this. You see your old DMs from like 2014, 15, like the way you used to talk. I used to like one word people all the time, like just ignore people, do like that all the time, and it was because I was insecure. If that makes sense.
That does make sense. And
And I
obviously,
see it in the kids now. Like they give each other attitude because I can just tell.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to put on an act because they're insecure. Like they don't care and like people are egoing each other.
I
leaving
think
each
he
other
might
on
be
red,
onto
so,
something
"No, I
here."
gotta leave him on red before he
Yeah,
leaves me
yeah.
on red. I swear to God, I see it.
back
Appreciate
to the
that,
original thing we
Sasmo.
talked about, we both learned how it's better to like to drop that whatever that jealousy was. Ego is another one of those things that
Yeah.
just like it's a killer. If you can't get it under control, it's gonna
For
literally
sure.
stop any success that you can get. So when you were little, then I guess if you said you felt like that your whole life, I mean, but what were you like before YouTube? What were you like as a child?
I played soccer, but my feet were too big for my little body, so I sucked. I would toe punt everything. It was so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What
I
about
played
like
basketball.
hobbies and stuff? Like, what did you do as a kid?
I played a lot of games. I just like do I don't know. When you're a kid, there was like more random outdoor games and like people actually dead would play tag and freeze
Yeah.
tag and like random games like that.
We're gonna do
So obviously when I lived
FaZe
in that
6-man
area,
in a little bit,
I
chat.
did
I'm gonna
that
watch some
because
of
there was
this.
like 2 buildings and all the
I just texted
all
Norden
like
and some of the
13, 14
guys.
year olds would always, or not even 13, probably like 10 to 12-year-old kids that just go down there and play all the time. Like this lame. I feel like that doesn't happen as much these days.
Probably
like
not,
kids
yeah.
all just link up and play.
Try to hit a
I
trick
swear.
shot.
Fortnite, but
Link
my
up on the buzzer and just like ask if they're home.
No, that's dope. I
You know what I mean?
remember.
Like
I
that-
remember calling my like cousin and stuff. Yeah, like trying to play or trying to.
That's how you do. You go to their apartment,
Yeah.
you buzz it in the thing, and you talk to their mom real quick. Are they home? Can they come down and play? I swear to God.
No, but
it's
you're
like-
right. Now it's like, and I'm not even hating because like it is what it is.
I just
How
text
many
each other
times do we play
Discord.
video games? But like my nephew, like I've noticed, like him and his friends, they just Fortnite. Fortnite's such a big part of middle school culture. It's crazy. It's like their way of hanging out. It's even like sometimes parents will ask me, how many hours do you think they should play a day?
It's
I'm
hard to gauge,
I'm like,
right?
it's so hard to gauge. One, like first off, I can't be hypocritical. Like I used to play like 8-10 hours a day, right? But two, it's like, dude, it's
Bro,
so different because
I'm trying to think.
They
Chat.
don't play Fortnite, or they're not.
At your peak of gaming, how much gaming did y'all play a day? My peak of gaming was probably trick shotting, and when I had access to my controllers, I think I would play 12 hours a day, minimum. Kelvin 18, bro. There were days when I would wake up, I wouldn't even shower, I wouldn't even eat breakfast, and I would just sit in my chair and load up the 6-man.
And I love it. I love it. So
Adam
much.
the Great, it's time to start a family, but here's a Prime sub. Appreciate the 3 months, gang. Appreciate the 3 months. Chat, you guys are saying 13, 18, 30 minutes. Richie boy, you want a grinder. 12 plus. COVID, I was playing 10. Listen, when I was young and I was trick shotting, I was probably trick shotting for a smooth, like literally sitting in my chair gaming, like 8 to 12 hours a day. And as I got older, as I started doing YouTube, it slowly became less and less because I added real life into it and then I had to edit, so it took away from gaming. But it was still a few hours a day at a time. But when I was really trying to make it as a trick shotter, I swear I was putting in 10, 12-hour sessions a day. I also didn't have access to my controllers whenever I wanted. My mom gate kept my controllers for me and would only give them to me on weekends or if I had or if I was passing my classes on a specific day of the week. So the second I would get my controller,
Yeah, I love it.
but Neva, thank you for the tier 1. The second I would get my controller, I would jump on the game and just play the game and try to make up for all this lost time because I'm competing against these other kids who are trick shotters who get to play whenever they want. You know what I mean? So I would try to clock in the same amount of hours as they would, but with only a day or two of gaming. And then during Fortnite was probably the last time I really, really gamed. I mean, over the years, Warzone has been fun. There's a new Warzone in 2 days, by the way, which I really want to do a stream of, maybe with some of the guys. Ryan the Young OG, thank you for the tier 1. My mom used to take the power cable. No, Mo. My mom used to do a lot
I
of
love
different
it.
things
And I love
to
it. I
stop
love it so
me
much.
from gaming, bro. She used to take my controllers. Remember I told you she used to take my controllers when I was playing PS3? She would take my controllers, right? I started cutting the wires to the PS2 controllers and giving my mom the PS2 controllers, and that worked for about a month or two. No, I'm tripping. Not a month or two. Like a week, maybe a week, I started giving my mom the PS2 controllers, and then I would turn my TV with the fat back. I would turn the volume all the way down and just play COD. My dad found me gaming one time and snitched. I'm like, Dad, please don't tell Mom, bro. He's like, I gotta. I'm like, Dad, please. Please, bro. And then I would have to pass my grades. The craziest shit I probably did was fake emails. Like, make fake emails from my teachers and send them to my mom. And be like, oh, sorry, I haven't updated your son's grade yet because I've been busy. And then my mom gets a real email from the real teacher at PV Learners. It's like, you're literally the real email that my mom got, and my dad tells me this every time we talk about it, was, I'm sorry, Nancy, your son hasn't been completely honest with you. I have my mom looking crazy, bruh. Talking about, why haven't you updated his grade? It is updated. It is. He's just failing. I would sprint home. When we would get out from school at 2:10, I would throw my backpack on, and I was that kid that was running home like this. I had to get home before my mom on Friday, load up my PVUSD portal, and inspect Element all my grades. I would inspect Element every single one of my grades, and I'd be like, Mom, look, I'm passing. I'm just praying to God she doesn't refresh. She would just look at it and be like, 70%, 70%, 70%. Okay, here you go. Here's your controllers. That worked for a little while, too. There was a lot of finesses. This shit wasn't easy, chat. This shit wasn't easy, bro.
Up to date, it's like you're taking out like such a big part of their like
Social
culture.
life, you know?
Yeah, it's like sport. It was like basketball or whatever it was for our.
No,
for
because
us.
gaming isn't something you have to hide anymore.
Chat, also today, we're going to do an IRL, too, in a little bit. Me and Bepsy are going to go. I don't know what we're going to do, but maybe we'll do something. But let's watch a little bit more of this.
You know what I mean?
No, for sure. And
I used to have to hide that in high school. I don't know about you.
You are smart after all. Yes. I mean, in specific things, you know. I think that everybody has their strong suits. In the art of finessing, I believe, yeah, for
no
sure.
way. It was not worth it. For people to know
100%.
didn't matter how much money I was making. I was like, nobody's going to know.
No,
this.
bro,
That's
my
embarrassing.
first when I started making YouTube videos, I was a freshman in high school, and I still remember, I did an Easy Cap give. You know Easy Cap?
That
Easy
was
Cap
my
for
first
about-
IRL video when I was a
Easy Cap's
freshman
like
in high school.
$5 capture device. So I actually bought it. It was the first thing I recorded with. I bought that when I had no subscribers. I just wanted to be a YouTuber. $5. And shout out my dad. I wanted an HD TV, so the quality was like a little better.
I know you
So
told
it
me
went
this.
from super stretch to like, you know,
Where did you talk about
16:9
this recently?
on the ESPN documentary.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyways, I asked my dad for an
Inspect
HD
Element in the
TV.
20th century
And I
is
think he had
crazy.
like
That's
$400
not.
in his bank.
Yeah.
And it was like $300, and he bought it. And my mom was like tripping, like, why
See,
would you
this
do
is
that?
crazy that his
I don't
dad
know why
did do
he
this.
did it,
Shout out to
but, like,
Apex's
Oh, God,
dad.
that's insane that he did that.
It was,
Insane
because
butterfly
after, like,
effect.
A couple months later, I was
Insane
like,
butterfly
Have, like
effect.
800. No way.
No, I
It's
swear to God,
It's 4.
I can literally. Should I call him right now? I'm gonna call him. I'm actually gonna call him. By the way, he loves you. Oh my God, you already know that. Hold
Oh
on.
God, I was like, you probably think I'm a crazy drug addict. I was gonna let it go. I don't know
no,
what they
you and
think
my
of me.
dad had a great. Hold on, I have to actually ask him. Alaikum salam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, how are you?
I'm good. I have a question for you.
Apex's dad on the line.
Remember when you bought the HD TV? How much money was it, and how much was in your bank?
It was 289, was open stock, 289 plus
Knows the
tax,
exact
and I
number.
had 500 pounds.
289.
289 plus tax, and you had how much?
500.
And you paid for it full out, or was it payment plan?
No, I paid it.
I don't think payment plans were a thing like that back then.
It's not just that, and I have upgraded the.
Wow, that's a great dad,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
$99.
Oh, give me
paying
high
back?
speed.
That's a
So I
great
had
dad,
3 bar
bro.
At least on MW2.
Yeah, I gave you high speed, remember, for $99
Oh, wow.
a month.
Wow. Whoa. I don't.
Yeah.
Why did you do that exactly? What was the reason there?
I do that for my kids.
What a great dad,
I just,
bro.
okay. I was just random.
Hold on,
'cause at that
chat,
time I wasn't
piss.
making YouTube videos, so I was just. I'm talking. You remember my best friend FaZe Rain? He's here with me.
Keep fucking on. How are you, Sam? How are you? Alhamdulillah. Dude,
My
I
dad had a
can't.
mental breakdown when the FaZe stock crashed, like worse than me.
But the fact-
Every day he's like,
But I honestly, I
Yeah.
blame you for not telling that was gonna happen anyways.
I did tell him.
You should have told him, hey, this is fake. They're
I
pumping dumping
swear to
us.
God, I told him.
Like,
I told
anyone
him,
that
look
thought
at
it
me.
was a real concept,
I
it's
told
like,
him,
what
look at me. I said, listen, you're gonna see the number high. It's not gonna be real. I'm not gonna get any money. I swear to God, I told him a year before, and I reminded him every month, but he didn't want to believe it. He
What type
could
of
not
brain
accept
rot
it.
shit
So when
is
it crashed,
this,
he went
bro?
crazy. Anyways, that's why he said
Type
that.
of brain rot shit
anyways,
is this?
anyways.
I had nothing. Whether I opened my mouth or not, that would have happened. You know?
You think he understands?
No, I know. I'm just saying.
Anyways, when I was in high school, I gave away an Easy Cap when I hit 500 subscribers, and one of my friends posted it on his Facebook as like a meme. He's like, "Easy Cap giveaway, guys! Make sure you enter." Like completely memeing me. and I remember I was so embarrassed of it. And then a couple years
You had
later,
your face in there or no?
No, I didn't show my face at the time. But still, I was like, why the hell would you post that?
Yeah.
I can't believe I showed my face as a freshman in high
Even when I
school,
joined
bro.
FaZe, my brothers would go around our community like tell people, and I was always cringing at it. Like I hated.
My mom does that to this day, and it drives me crazy.
Now I'm like whatever,
No, I hate
but when we were younger, that was the point that I was trying to make. Like you brought it up, you hated
Facts.
it, just gaming, especially like you didn't want it to be attached to it.
Bro,
So,
kids were
for
so
both of us, I
mean,
remember
bro.
when you did your face reveal when we were at MLG Anaheim, and I know I had this, and then I know you didn't really want to do it, and I know I didn't really want to do it.
Is that when we both did it?
No, I did it a little before that.
Oh, okay.
Because I had to go to I was going to the event, so I vlogged. But we were both very hesitant. We were both embarrassed. So you had the same experience as me. Like you hated people talking about it. No part of you liked when I knew.
Bro, it would be the most embarrassing thing ever. Like when kids in my school in real life found out that I made YouTube videos. I tried as much as I could to. I never talked about it. And up until my senior year, I didn't vlog. I mean, I would, but I wouldn't vlog like that. Like, you know what I mean? I had shown my face on YouTube. I was just hoping to God that no one in my school ever found it because kids would be so mean, bro. Kids would be like, oh my God, look at this fucking nerd, bro. He is doing commentaries with a face cam on Call of Duty. It wasn't looked like or looked at in the light it is now. Like, people push it and people are like, oh, you want to be a streamer? Oh, that's cool. Oh, whatever, woo, whatever. Back then, if you did it, you were a loser, bro. I'm telling you, you were a loser. Like, kids did not mess with it at all. And I would try my best to never, like, I only had one kid who was really my friend, shout out to Mo, who I would talk to. And I remember the day I even told him about this. I remember the video that I showed him when I was like, okay, this is like my friend. I should feel comfortable enough to tell him that I do this. Like, I felt like I was on some Hannah Montana shit. Like, I'm living a double life. I was already in FaZe at the time, too. I was already in FaZe. But I swear, bro, I remember the day everyone found out, bro, and kids were mad. Kids were mean as hell. Kids were always, like, talking shit and saying, like, oh, like, this is the kid that makes Call of Duty videos. Woo, woo, woo. The day people found out was the Senior Assassins video. I don't know if y'all remember that. Dove Goldie, thank you for the prime. Bro.
And I love it. I love it.
I remember being in English class and kids were watching my video on their phones and I was in the class and some of these kids didn't even know that I was in the class because I never said a word. I was silent as hell all day, every day. I just would have my headphones in and kids were in the class like, oh my God, like, this kid makes YouTube videos? Like, what a fucking nerd. Like, I'm sitting here, I'm listening to this. I'm like, what, bitch? Like, what? What the fuck? And I remember one day I snapped on this girl in my math class. She was talking filthy, and I had enough. I had enough on this one day. Don't remember what it was. But normally, I wouldn't say shit back. I would just be like, all right, bet. Like, I was a lot different than I am today. Like, now, if someone's, like, talking shit, I'm going to fight back. I'm going to shoot back every time. But back then, I would just be like, all right, whatever. Like, it is what it is. But this girl one day was like, oh, like, we were talking about colleges. Everyone in the school was talking about colleges and, like, what they're going to do, where they're going to go to college, et cetera, et cetera. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to college. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. And this girl chimed in from across the room. Ha! You're just going to make Call of Duty videos for the rest of your life? Are you fucking dumb? I'm like, ooh. I tweaked. I spaz, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, what? I'm like, ooh. I'm like, bitch, you have any idea how much money I'm making right now? You have any fucking idea how much bread I'm making right now? I'm a senior in high school, I'm making more. I started fucking tweaking. I'm like, what? I'm like, if this is what the paycheck is gonna look like for the rest of my life, fuck yeah. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna make Call of Duty videos for the rest of my life. Even though that wasn't the plan, you know what I mean? But I remember that day in particular. I said on this, which is like, I look back on this, it's so cringe, but I think I said I'd make more money than her dad. And I was a 17-year-old kid. And it could have been true. It very well could have been true. I mean, Pinnacle's a pretty rich area, like pretty rich. Like, I lived in a pretty, like, suburban rich area. So maybe, like, it was true, maybe it wasn't, I don't know. But I remember saying those words. I remember like, what? I was making a good amount of bread too as a senior in high school. I swear I was making like 5, 10K. There were times when I got brand. Yeah, I was doing my thing. Now that I think about it.
That's what insecure
And I
kids.
love it. I love it. I
OZ,
love it
thanks
so
for going
much.
live. It makes my day better. Hey, thank you for the kind words. Hearing that actually means a lot more to me than you know, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate this.
Do you know?
Yeah, I mean, it was but at the same time, it was a big.
Oh, Lacey needs
step
help?
to
Wait,
put our,
let's
face
figure this
online.
out.
At that time, it wasn't really a thing. I remember I did it when I hit 300K, I think. 300K
I'm
IRL.
gonna
Still
time
did
you
this,
out for an
Hex was
hour.
doing that already in Predator. I think we already knew what they all looked like. But I'm
Yeah.
saying from our world, nobody.
Yeah.
Oh snap.
That was
Being
a big
humble in
decision.
senior
I
year
kind of
is
changed
insane,
everything.
though.
Obviously, a year later, basically, we moved into the house, and
I was, bro. I didn't want to talk about it ever to
I mean, it
anyone.
must be
From Anaheim?
yeah,
Nah.
2013, bro.
Yeah,
2013.
and the
MLG.
it's
yeah.
pretty much 2015 we moved in because it was like literally end of
November.
November.
Wasn't
I
that
moved
right?
in December 1st.
I moved in November.
After
I
MLG
remember
Columbus.
November 12th. It's been 10 years, which is insane. This
But
year.
you know what's sick? I missed out on there was like no AC or no heater or something in the beginning, right? Everything was chopped.
Probably because I remember I wanted to leave so bad the first.
I still wanted to
month.
leave the first month I was there too.
But until like January, I was like, please make this fail so I can go home. That's really how I felt. I
Do
swear.
you
to
still
God.
have Rice Gum shoes? You
But
want? No, they got stolen.
Before all that, before we even started making money and stuff, like we obviously had a freaking crazy passion. Like it was just, I mean, I can't even say crazy passion for me. It's so weird, but like I literally not hated, but I remember my cousin would come over and bring MW2, and like I didn't want to play it. Then literally like 6 months down the road,
Because you're playing baseball, right?
I was baseball, obsessed with baseball. Then I randomly played it, and then like I swear it felt like within 6 months,
Jason from the
I joined
Jason
FaZe.
tryouts.
Like,
I'd
really
you
happened out of
up.
nowhere for
You're
me.
my idol, bro. You've been my favorite for 10 years. Love you.
W Dono. I appreciate that, bruh. Thank you so much.
But then
That's
it obviously
love.
became something that was really
That's
fun.
love.
We were
Hey,
making
appreciate
money for
you, bro.
Probably years, right?
No, I didn't make money for like 8 years into the game.
Yeah.
But it didn't matter because I was a kid.
What did
So
I do to
you're
get
like
timed
famously,
out?
obviously known for retiring your mom.
7.
What age was that at?
Oh, you got time back in.
17?
17.
When you come in
Right
here,
before I
and it's
dropped out of
like
high school.
the chat
so
hopping,
you're talking
where
about
you're like, oh, go
not
help
eat, you know,
Lacey, watch
eat,
Lacey. What?
sleep for dinner. 5
I'm
years before.
clearly really
Years,
busy
yeah,
right
3,
now,
4 years
bruh.
ago.
So obviously you began making money on YouTube, and that like completely changed the trajectory of, your
Yeah,
whole
my principal told me to drop out.
of high school.
Yeah, because my mom was not going to let me.
Really?
No.
Al convinced her?
No, my principal.
Oh, your principal. I thought you said your
He
parents
told her
both.
just sign a dog. But he make more money than me. Let him get out of here.
Your principal.
Yeah, 'cause
I
he make
remember you
more money
talking
than
about
him.
this.
So he was like, get out.
How
And
many-
he had a very similar experience when he was younger. He said like he was a part of
Bro,
a big magazine.
I still remember when he did this, when Norden dropped out of school. You want to know how I remember? And Norden will tell you this. When we get on COD later, I'm going to ask him about this. Because Norden witnessed this firsthand. Norden dropped out of high school and he got flamed by the COD community for it. He got flamed. Like, oh, are you crazy? You're dropping out. He just really believed in himself. And I mean, obviously, it worked out. Spooky with the gift. I like how you just be coming in here and it's like, boom, you get one. Boom, you get one. Boom, you get one. On over shit. But listen, he dropped out of high school, right? And then went and moved into the FaZe house, etc., etc. I just remember my mom would always bring it up my senior year of high school because I like obviously didn't really care about my classes. Like I think I had like 3 or 4 classes my senior year. Didn't really care about my GPA, my classes, my credits because I wasn't going to college. I mean, I was still passing. But my mom would always bring it up and be like, yo, you're not going to do what Norden did. You're not dropping out of high school. You're finishing high school, right? You're not going to just drop out and move. And I literally couldn't because I was 17. If I was of legal age, I probably would have. But thank God I did it and I finished school and I stayed in Arizona throughout my senior year because I really enjoyed my senior year of high school. Honestly, that was I finally started to be happy with myself and my life.
And I love
my
it.
senior
And
year.
I love it. I love it so much.
And a bunch of things. It was honestly a great era for me in my YouTube career. XW, thank you for the tier 1. So I appreciate the sub, my boy. But yeah, let's get back to it. I just remember he dropped out, and my mom would always bring it up and be like, "Yo, you can't do this. I know Norden did this."
Toronto Sun. He said he was like a part of it in the beginning. Then his parents wanted him to go to school, so he missed.
His
out on
principal
it.
told him to
I think
drop
he
out,
still
by the way,
sponsors
chat.
the Raptors, like on the.
I've
His
seen that
principal
meme,
told
yeah.
him to drop out.
Yeah.
So he was pissed about that. So he didn't want me to go.
So
through
he
it
had
too.
that story. I mean, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Very few people would
He
understand.
dropped a fire quote too. I don't want to butcher it though. He said something, but school is not about I don't know. He snapped at it though. He's pretty much just saying school isn't for necessarily college, just to get you ready for life, and if this is where your life is.
Adapt,
we
skip
get our
English
job.
class. Senior was the best time of high school. I graduated in
Listen, I wanna see it.
2024.
Shout out your principal.
No,
Senior year is a
Don't
great
say his
fucking
name,
year. I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
like
lie.
it.
I don't even. Is this not up? I don't know if he's alive.
Mr. What?
Mr. Zamet?
Better tuck that
I
face
hope
shit
you
before
are.
I snatch
I'm
it.
trying to
What?
see him since I haven't seen him once.
Really?
I've been trying to. Every time I called, I'm pretty sure he was a principal.
Who's
for
who's
RJ
getting a
Barrett.
call on set?
NBA player.
Huh?
I said the NBA player. RJ
Yeah.
Barrett, yeah.
You guys hear that, or am I bugging?
But then I kept calling. He was
There's
having
a
hard
phone
time, but I
ringing.
could never reach him. I
Oh
tried.
man.
Tried for years, and then like last couple of years, like I just haven't.
And now it's
He's
stopped.
good.
I hope so. He's a G.
So,
Oh,
like
XQC was
so
calling.
I'm gonna pocket watch since I just heard you talk about it already on Swag's podcast. But at your peak, what were you making?
Like 300.
Ugh!
You know what's amazing too? Because the way the Canadian like dollar was set up, like you get an extra 100 bands for free.
So you're making 300K a month.
Yeah.
This is in New York. How?
300,000 a month. If we're doing the math on this, this is around 10 mil a year, right? 300K times 12. He's looking at 10 M's a year. What? Bro. It's 20 M's. Am I off? 3.6. 12 times. Bro, is it? I don't know, bro. 300K is disgusting, though. What? I wasn't touching this type of bread. 300K a month? He was doing some extra shit. Hold on, let me hear.
That was?
Yeah. New York, Newport.
You were triple
Because
uploading.
when my vlog channel, because I have the 10 CPM, I do my singular brand deal a month sometimes.
Okay, so you had 2 channels. I had 1.
And like I do the merch. The merch would be fire
the
depending.
merch was yeah.
It would only
You
do
had
well,
clothing?
like 1 mil, 2 mil, 3 mil, the keep it real shirt, like those type of. They would do well. The Albert Einstein stuff, those did well. Scuff was always like a chunky, nice quarterly. Control Freak, paid my
So
phone bill.
it's interesting because we were like
All right, you had multiple
we were, like,
verticals.
the first to really start. I mean, like obviously neither of us had any guidance in this.
And his G
Love my
Fuel
dad.
shirt,
to
yeah.
death.
I
Love
mean,
my dad to
but-
death, but like he could
How
give
are
me
they
any
supposed to know?
advice.
Yeah.
Before people ruined the ads on YouTube, money was ridiculous. Yeah, it is. I mean, also in 2024, I see it sometimes on my live channel. The RPM is a lot nicer than when I was doing YouTube, bro. I think I had like a 2-3 RPM sometimes. Now you could get a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are you kidding me? I don't know. I don't know around like if I'm looking at like how much money I was making at my peak of YouTube. I don't know, bro. I might have to go on here and try to break it down.
So we were out here negotiating brand deals for ourselves. We were taking codes with
Isn't
like.
it insane people get paid less now though, like per the view?
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard you say that. I don't really know what the market's like now.
It's insane. I find it insane. Just because there's so much more creators willing to take less,
No,
they
it
don't have
makes
to pay
sense.
it makes sense.
But when we were doing it,
But the people can get bigger brand deals, if that makes sense.
No, I get- yeah,
So whatever the
100%.
max was back then, the max now is way higher.
no, for sure.
That's
so,
what I'm saying.
So when we were at our peak,
You
it
said
was
your peak.
ad-
I mean, the most I made in a month, was probably around 250.
AdSense, YouTube AdSense. It was clothing, like random clothing drops. We would do for
Yeah.
like special occasions, sell like 300 of them. Then it was some brand deals. Then Scuff and Control Freak had us on.
Control Freak, no, this was like adorable.
Yeah, but it was like they had us on the 10% discount, so some money from that.
But you know what made me realize? Like, because I'd make like whatever, 15, right? 1,500. And I'd think about it, be like, well, they're only 10.
Did you make more
Yeah.
during the
That means
subathon? It's really close. I'm not gonna lie. The subathon versus my peak month of YouTube AdSense.
That was 1,500 sales.
Yeah.
Then you think about that with something else, and it's like, dude,
It-
1,500
I
sales
should
of
move
something
kids.
That's a
else
lot. Yeah.
that you own can
I
actually
can
add
do
up,
this.
especially when you're that young.
It is,
When you're
and-
like 15, 16.
That's the thing. Now it's so easy to look back at, like, damn, like some of the numbers that we would be able to push. Obviously, not even making money wise. So I think we both look back and we're just like, I didn't make anywhere near as much as you did, but still.
Yeah, Norton was
we
making
just
a
look
lot
back
more
and
bread
I
than
can't
both of
believe
us,
how
by
much
the way.
money I
Because he
used to
had
make.
his
I used to
vlog
double
channel, which was like,
not
a
the
little
whole-
bit.
imagine like your regular YouTube channel and your YouTube CPM. He had that on his vlog channel times like 2 or 3. By the way, he also had he had double the YouTube AdSense that we had,
There was like a year.
There was like a month.
and
or
then he
so.
had a gaming channel
Months,
too.
Yeah, December.
Decembers.
Yeah. No, I think I did it for a little.
For a
longer.
part-timer,
But
wasn't
yeah, it wasn't like you. Your work ethic was crazy.
No, bro, it's just, it was so easy.
it was.
It was. Like,
we
once
just
you
had,
caught
yeah.
momentum with that, like, people think I had to strategize. I would only strategize for, like, Gfinity. Like, we go to Gfinity, I'm like, I gotta wait.
Yeah, we would
Get it
barely
right.
plan videos. Yeah.
Boy, the day, like, I wake
morning
up and
of,
we
yeah.
find out what we're doing. It was never, but it was easy because, like, we could make anything work.
Yeah, we'd all film for each other 100%.
Like,
Is
y'all
all the
low-key,
FaZe
like,
playing
yeah,
game
New York
night?
was great,
I
but
don't
some
know.
delusional, but I
So
think it
far,
was, like, way
it's
better in my opinion than it was.
Norton
Like, it was a dope
Rug.
feeling at the time.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm talking about the old CODs. Like,
Yeah,
like
I mean,
objectively for somebody to go who
Rug,
doesn't know
Scope,
us to go watch those videos,
me,
it won't hit.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Silky.
you have to be
No,
there.
for sure,
if that
because it
makes
was a
sense.
special era.
Yeah.
And even then,
How would I respond to hate comments on YouTube? I didn't. I didn't respond to them. I would ignore them. But I'm not gonna lie, they would always get in my head. Like, that's why when I hear, like, in particular, like, Lacey talking about his comm a lot,
And I love
and
it,
how,
and
like,
I
people
love
are
it.
in
I
his
love it so
comm
much.
will, like, trigger him, or, like, they'll say something that, like, gets him in his head. I know the feeling because I remember scrolling through YouTube comments, and there'd always be one comment either about, a lot of times it was about my acne. Those were the ones that bothered me the most, you know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't control that. Like, I would try my best to try to figure out, like, what I could do, like, for my acne and to make my skin look better. But kids were, like, always really mean about it. And I was so self-conscious and insecure about my skin. Because I started making IRL videos and vlogs and stuff, and it wasn't really that bad. But then when I started really vlogging, there were times when my acne was really bad. It would break out, and I would have really bad acne. Some of y'all remember. And bro, I remember one day in the New York house, like, it got to a point for me where I didn't know what to do, and I fully broke down. Like, I was crying reading these comments. I'm like, bro, how long am I going to deal with this and deal with these comments? Because I don't know what to do. It had been like a year at that point. And there would always be people who would say, like, really hurtful things about it, bro. And I couldn't, like, I would try different things, and I would try to figure out, like, okay, what can I do to help this? Or how can I make my skin clear? And people ask me now, like, what did you do? I didn't do anything, bro. I let it run its course. I tried different things over the years, but, I mean, I let it run its course, and now, I mean, it's not something I really struggle with. Now I'll break out, like, occasionally here, or, like, here, or sometimes here. But, like, I think it's just something you grow out of as you get older. Like, I struggled with it from when I was, like, 16 to, like, 23, bro. To, like, 23. I'm not gonna lie. Like, early 20s. But, bro, people would say, yeah, you gotta, bro, it's kind of funny when I look back on it, but it wasn't funny back then. People would be like, oh, you got an orbital VSAT on your face, or you got an advanced UAV on your face. Bro, people would make whole Twitter pages and, like, crop the craziest frames of me where my acne was the worst. And, like right now, my skin is good. My skin actually looks good, even right now. But, bro, back then, it was bad. They were saying Russ FFA radar on 18-man lobby. Yeah, bro. They were saying crazy shit. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, bro, I don't know what to do. I'm trying to stop this, bro.
Like
Whatever.
we always talk about too, like, we made good money, you know. Thank God we were blessed to do it as a job and make good money. But, like, nowadays, if we were at the peak we were at, like, there'd just be way more revenues and money
All
to
the
make
YouTubers
money.
making 3 times as much just because of all the other streams. You can make
Facts!
much more promotion.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
And
us
every-
getting an M on YouTube.
Now
we would've been
everyone,
getting more because of
someone
this.
pops off, they're signed to an agency right away. They got, like, pros.
Word.
That is so true, by the way. Back then, like, the money we were making for the size we were compared to, if you stack, like, the numbers and analytics and everything of us back then in our primes versus the people who I guess are the closest to that today, they're making 10 times the bread. They're making way more money because there's so many different revenue streams and there's so much more money in this space, and it's looked like in a lot more serious light than it used to be even
Which makes me
7
sad.
years ago, 8 years
Yeah,
ago.
but they got people negotiating, like, you know, $7, $5, $10 million deals for them. Like, I remember literally I'd email, like, I get a brand deal, and, like, you try to make it sound all professional, sending it back, like, as if someone else is speaking for me. I'm, like, 18, and I'm trying to negotiate. I'm like, what's your budget?
Oh,
And I
Northern
always
Chat!
ask that question, and, like, trying to figure it out. Like, we literally just figured it out because we had no other choice.
We got Norton in the chat.
and it was
Bro,
really-
that is funny how Apex is saying, like, he would email on his behalf to brands to try to get brand deals. I remember doing that in Newport, bro. Like, pretending, like, or not pretending, just, yeah, trying to sound professional and, like, emailing a brand. Like, I would email brands and I would ask for their marketing departments, and they would connect me to a marketing rep, and I would just try my best to get on the phone with them. And sometimes it worked. Sometimes I was able to negotiate, like, a deal for myself. But now, like, it's a lot different. Like, even Norton, you know it too, bro. Norton, are we trick shotting? Rug said he's down for 5. So we got me, Rug,
And I love
Scope,
it. And I love it.
Turn
I love it so
Mobile.
much.
Thank you for the tier 1. I'm watching an unfiltered conversation, Norton, with you and Apinator. Say less, gonna shower, and I'm on, King. Okay, bet. I'm down to get back on later. 5. With that too.
Interesting. I mean, it was cool. I look back, it was really cool. I mean, I guess.
Give me
like,
15, then
we're
call, I
impressed of us
bet.
As little kids, that we just kind of figured it out. To be
Norden,
honest.
they said 5. Rug said 5, Norden. So, like, yeah, 15-ish minutes. I mean, we could get on and just chop it up in chord while we wait.
There was no blueprint at all. Now it all sounds obvious, but nobody was doing it. So it was a cool
I'm trying
time.
to think of who really could have been the blueprint though. Most probably like PewDiePie, KSI. It's like it's only other people I would like.
I don't
study.
even remember PewDiePie before.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
But
he
even
was-
then,
he was
they were
already
way
getting-
different YouTubers, though.
Huh?
They're just way different, though.
They're different, but it just
We were
like,
uploading daily.
Yeah, I guess I never like used any of like PewDiePie's like
Yeah.
stuff in mind. KSI for sure though. Like the Q&As even is for.
Oh no,
for
really
him.
good. Yeah, they
You know
were.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So
KSI
Shout out to
still
K-
is the most goated.
That's
in my
why.
opinion.
That's why he is so legendary, bruh. A lot of people recently are memeing him and shit because of the Thick of It song. But bro, KSI is a legend in this space. A legend in the YouTube space. And the length that he's been able to run with this, even today in 2024, bro, come on. Come on, bro. This shit is like, are we even really talking about this right now? Like, what, bruh? He's one of the OG, like, YouTuber personality. Even that I watch. Look at Norden is even saying this. And for Norden to jump on here and give you flowers, that's crazy. He was saying he modeled his shit low-key after his. That he was the
Yeah,
blueprint.
Those Q&A Sundays and stuff. Yeah, those were legendary.
Goated.
Let's just rough estimate. Let's just say for a year you made like $300K a month, 3.6 million a year, whatever. All that money, and I'm asking because I partially know the answer, and I have a similar story. But yeah, what is your financial situation like now? Since
I'm
we
chilling.
stopped.
Obviously, like I'm not making as much as I used to, but I'm chilling. Like I'm not worried, and also I don't have to. Other than my family, I don't really have to spend as much on stuff. Even though this trash apartment sticks to a month, like for what?
Well, that's a lot of money still.
That's a lot of money.
That's
I
a
know.
lot of money.
Could be a crib somewhere, but instead, this is trash apartment. But it's cool.
Yeah, but like,
No, I
okay,
mean, I'm
well,
good.
because I'll just speak.
So
from
we
my-
have
why
5
I
right now
speak
for the
from my
6-man.
perspective. Obviously, at some point, when you're making a lot of money every month and you don't have bills, and the money's stacking, you just feel like it's.
That's what's also insane. Is like my bills and my family was whatever, but dude, like.
Yeah, it's crazy. Now it's like a default. You have like a lot of money you have to spend a month for family, for certain things.
That's
Back
what I was
then,
saying. We just got to stack it up.
back then it was just fully stacking. Like, bro, we didn't even other than getting food twice a day. Like literally, I bought nothing else. Literally, other than paying editors and stuff like that. So for me, like,
You paid editors back then?
yeah. What do you mean?
I-
Oh no, not
We need
editors,
one more. We
thumbnail
need one
designers
more.
back then. I edited back then.
I was about to say
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
ever remember you having editors.
No,
I don't think Max is going to be on in time,
edited.
chat.
But after a few years of me not making YouTube videos and kind of like disappearing for a little bit, like I just watched it all diminish. Then I made, then I got back a little into it and blah blah blah. And then now I went to another stage where I kind of like I've been in and out, so I've seen and I just I obviously had all my eggs in kind of FaZe basket of like, all right, I'm just gonna fully put all my energy into FaZe.
But you know what's so
Yep.
interesting about it though is that when we were coming up, it
Ron's
wasn't
not
even
playing,
the
chat.
concept of ever even making that much.
No, it wasn't. I'm saying looking back.
No, I know.
I'm saying looking back now.
But that's what made us make it. Is
No.
what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
Is that when you do it for the reason where you're not really trying to make money, but you love it so much that you do it at that high level.
No,
because you love
100%.
it,
Yeah, 100%.
You're gonna make money.
100%.
But that's what's always been, like, bro. There was a point in 2021 I was chopped. Like it was because medical bills, IRS. I was just, whew, I couldn't make content because I needed money.
Yeah. No, I
Like,
get it. Yeah.
I can't. Like it's weird.
No,
It's
no,
like,
I get it.
what the when
No,
when I
it-
think that that's what I have to do.
It's not. You.
I don't
can't-
even know what to make.
You can't even do it. Like it doesn't.
Literally,
It
like,
doesn't
what am I
work.
supposed to do?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Wait,
It
I
doesn't
totally
work.
tapped
Because
out. What are
can
they
only do
talking
stuff
about?
What I actually want to.
100%. So okay. So for example, so I had whatever. I had moments where I was like, all right, I watched my bank go down and up and whatever, and like I got more involved. Whatever. I've learned over the years that the number one important thing is to just constantly make income, obviously, but like
course.
as much recurring income as you can. And that's one thing. Again, if I have
Okay,
any
we got
regrets,
swag.
I put
We got the
all of my
6-man.
energy into building FaZe in the corporate world that it was in, hoping that it would pay off at the end. And I like kind of just like put myself.
Paid off somewhere.
So at 5, we're doing S&D
Yeah,
6-man,
it didn't.
chat.
I mean, it definitely did. I mean, whatever. I'm not. It is what it is. But like, yeah, I got to a point where I'm like, all right. As FaZe was crashing, my bank was also like
They're moving together.
not good. Yeah, and I was like, all right, what am I gonna do? What is my life gonna be like right now? Because I wasn't trying to make YouTube videos again. I wasn't trying to get back publicly and all that. Especially with FaZe crashing, like, what am I gonna do publicly? Like you obviously were very publicly against FaZe and what was going on, Tico was. I'm like, dude, I can't even really like. What am I gonna even like? How do I even address this? I have to like, what even's gonna happen? You know, we were trying to figure out what the next step was gonna be. So I was in this like. Took me a minute to like figure out what I wanted to do. Now,
Yeah, we're gonna run a
obviously, things are
6-man.
little
Road to a
different.
kill cam.
I
Win
know
Norden.
still, like,
I'm
still, it's
excited.
not- we're not necessarily in the best case scenario that we would love to be in, but now you know things are a little more clear. But like, I guess that was one regret I had. Right, is that I never that I stopped and I never like continued making money, and I just kind of like I didn't realize that how quick money can go. But
Facts,
so
though.
you're saying you still. So what do you do now to make?
God, bro. He's God.
Okay.
What did he
You
say?
stop-
Bro is right there. Cheap.
Stop.
It's a really easy life, bro.
Stop. They're gonna think you're serious.
I know.
I guess my other
IRL
my
later,
real
yeah.
question is all the money you made from YouTube gone?
No, fat FaZe Rain's money?
Yeah.
See, I still got some of basketball FaZe Rain's money, but fat FaZe Rain, oh yeah.
Basketball FaZe Rain
He calls
2017.
him
Newport House.
basketball FaZe
When he
Rain.
was hitting them goose at.
Yeah. Did
Basketball
you
FaZe
invest
Rain.
your money that you made?
Some, but dude, I was so dumb. I was so used to fast money. Dude, I could have had plays, bro.
Yeah.
Plays.
No,
But
I
I didn't
know.
want to wait long. And I was like,
Did you guys sign an NDA on old CEO's name? Because I swear he
the
bleeps
worst part, The
out.
whole phase, oh my days.
The second one you said we for sure did. I don't know about the first
But
one.
also invest.
I think we can say Lee's name.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like and I was doing that for too long. And I've been saying this, it's kind of really fucked up to say. It's a lot better to be than to think about it. I think being in the middle is worse than actually pulling the trigger.
I mean,
I know there's still hope, so that's
like
the
a-
right way of looking
Whoa,
at it.
whoa, what's getting bleeped out here?
Example, because
What do people say on TikTok? I sometimes unalive.
I'm just saying it's not even about that, but just it's a very extreme situation.
Yeah.
I think in general though.
But it was like
wait,
my
wait.
thought process for 6 months or 6
No,
years.
no, I fully
It was
understand.
such a long part of my life.
No,
That's
I mean-
all I thought about.
No, I know, which is insane.
Which is
New York
terrible.
b-ball
But what
vids
I'm
were
trying to
amazing,
say
bro.
is
That was my
when you
favorite.
constantly think about it, you don't do anything good for yourself, and you're thinking about the exit.
That point
Yeah.
is what I was gonna. That's what I realized about myself too. I literally sat there like this for 2 years, watching FaZe crash. And I'm like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And I just think about, and then I just like, you just have to start. Is the one thing. And I've told you this. I've talked to you multiple times, and you kind of always were like, bringing me a different perspective and energy that kind of, I guess.
That's why I hate that I like LARPed as somebody who was. It hurts.
What do you mean?
Like live
LARP.
action role play. Like no way I was
Oh.
pretending. Like what's wrong with me, bro? It kills me. I swear,
No,
because
well-
I'm not that guy. I'm really not. Like what happened? How did that happen?
Yeah.
But it was most of my life.
My point is, you told me when I was just like this, and like I don't know what's gonna happen with FaZe. Because I told you, I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'm gonna think about getting a different. I've never worked a job before FaZe, but I was gonna ask you that. Have you?
I mean, technically,
What did you do?
like
Who's taller, Apex or Ron? I think Apex.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
I did it for school though. Like instead of going to school, like there was credits where you could just go work.
Really? Like at a retail store? Nice. Yeah.
Pull the clothes, greeted every nerd that walked in.
Greeted every nerd.
Just had to.
I've never since I was 14, I started making money on YouTube, and like I never worked.
I've never had a job either,
stage where I
bro.
was like, all right, am I gonna like take this experience and go to some random different type of job, or what am I gonna
Because
do?
by the time I was
Obviously now,
able
you
to
know,
apply
FaZe is
for a job at 16 years
you
old,
know,
I
a
was
way better
making
place than
money
it was,
online already.
My perspective, at least, right? I think you
No, I
agree.
think-
I
I
think
want
you
you to
agree
go on
too.
the
Yeah.
pod, I would go on
The
it.
brand.
Yeah.
Business will still.
The
we're still
business is
figuring it out.
I mean, the business is nothing changed, but I have more. All right,
We can
have
tell.
a clearer path of like what I could do long term.
Yeah.
But yeah. My point is,
Ron's
you were
with his
always
mom.
like, what are you talking about? Like, you were just very.
There's actually finally an ecosystem since like the Newport days.
No, for
There
sure.
hasn't been an ecosystem that long. Even when that was happening in Weed Lake, like it was doing decent on the FaZe channel, doing good. Some videos like Bang.
Yeah.
But there still wasn't that ecosystem.
No, it wasn't. Yeah. You regret not investing. I definitely do. I mean, the only quote unquote investments I made, bro, it's after I stopped making money. All the money I had left in my
Do you ever
bank.
talk about it? Like the investment that I know that they made that nobody else knows?
No, but it's crypto. I made crypto investments.
Save the kids.
No, not
This is
the
the main investor.
Dude, stop. We have nothing to do with that. God. But no, basically when 2020, when COVID hit, stock market crashed. My dad thinks he's a stock market analyst, which you think, he
Where
saw
would
the
you
FaZe
work
crash
if you had to
coming,
work
but
tomorrow?
He told me invest
I have
in
no
it.
He had
idea,
insights
bro.
on the company too.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know,
He's
bro.
like, invest in this, invest in this.
TJ Grace with the
I just
3
listened,
months.
I threw money because at that point I wasn't necessarily making money, but like
You wanted to at least
I s-
multiply what you had.
no, but I still just looked at my different because I had a good amount in my bank. Dude, I overinvested so much. It's like it literally pains me so much now to think about how much money I would throw into random stocks, random
I did the same
not
thing with
random
crypto, too,
coins
and
like
it burned it all.
Ethereum and stuff, but like NFTs.
What?
that-
Hey, crypto's up,
You know
though.
that year I streamed?
Yeah.
Like when I was like hurt, every dollar I made, I invested in crypto, lost it all.
Yeah.
Everything.
So right now my money there is like
The whole year was
I
just
didn't
for
sell
funsies.
yet, but my money's like at an 80% loss. I sold a lot of my stock losses. I just took it. I lost so much money.
Yeah.
So regret,
Sky
definitely
zone.
have regrets of that. I wish there was a smarter investing. I don't personally invest in like.
Oh, I'm hyped for this
interest
6 man.
and stuff,
Chat. We got
for
like
my
30 minutes. We got
religious
like 30
belief. I
minutes
can't
until
make
the
money off
6 man.
interest, but like there's things like
And that's kind of perfect timing for this
S&P
video.
500.
Yeah.
And then
But
there's
I
like
just feel like you need a lot of money for that.
you do, but
I feel like
but
putting
the
in
money I
there-
put into stupid coins and NFTs, if I
can
put
add
it
it
into
up.
I
something
could be a
like
great
that,
Best Buy employee.
and just like you said, waited 20, but like even till now would have made money. Either way, that money wouldn't have been burned. It would be there. Still.
It'd be there. Yeah.
So, anyways, I have that regret for sure. So you didn't necessarily invest either the way
Yes,
you.
that's
really-
true. Like even if it doesn't make the crazy amount of money, the money's still there.
That's the
It's
thing.
Inflated the.
The problem with 2020, 2021 is everyone started like thinking like, dude, it's if you doubled your money, people were mad at in that crypto wave. In the stock market,
They didn't have
like,
enough
oh my
money.
god, I should have put more, and I would have.
You can see me working at Target? What?
It was crazy.
For real?
I fell into that, and I regret it big time. But even before that, I never invested. I mean, I don't. Again, it's not like my dad's gonna, was ever investing
love
his
it.
money or
And I love it. I
anything
love it
like
so
that.
much.
Liggy Lash, thank you for the
I feel
3
like you
months.
did invest though younger. Did you not? I remember you in Canada. You opened up.
I invested recently, and I invested in a house when I was younger. Thank God that I bought a house when I was 17. Was I 17? No, I was 19. I was 19 when I bought my house. Maybe 20. And I bought the house because I needed somewhere to smoke weed, bruh. Thank God I did, because it's gone up since I bought it. I bought it 7 years ago. I bought it 7 fucking years ago. And I used to go home to Arizona, and I would not have anywhere to smoke, so me and the homies would smoke weed in the desert. Or my mom would text me and be like, oh, you got to be home by 11. Your sister's got school. And I'm like, what? I'm coming back from the FaZe house. Like, I got to be home by 11? What? I got a curfew, so I just bought a house. Deadass just bought a crib. And I was like, all right, y'all, like, we can link up here and vibe, do our thing. Thank God, though, because that crib now has gone up a lot. It has gone up a lot. But I have made some horrible investments over the years as well. You may know, me and
I
Rug,
love it.
minus
I love
half
it
an
so
M.
much.
Old FaZe CEO, minus 100, maybe 200K. I think it was 100K on his shit that he told me to do. Also, probably another like 100 to 200K in just like stocks and crypto. Like how Norton was like that year that I was streaming. I invested everything in crypto. I was with him. He was like, yeah, like we got to do this. It's in like some DeFi shit. All that bread is gone, bro. All that bread is gone. Mad Lad, thank you for the prime. It hurts, bruh. It hurts. All that shit is gone. You don't have a financial advisor? I do now. I have a financial advisor now. But back then, bro, I was a lot dumber with my investments. I mean, to be real with you, the only thing I spend money on today, I have spent a lot of money recently furnishing my apartment, like buying like a coffee table. Like coffee tables are like $500-600, by the way. Nightstands, a bed frame, fucking a plant, like fucking shit for the kitchen. But outside of that, the only thing I really spend money on is food. But I spend a lot, and rent and food. Because I have rent here. I have rent here in LA, then I have my crib in Arizona. You know what I'm saying? I bought a plant, yes. I bought a plant. And like I'm looking at this entertainment center for my crib, Chad. The entertainment center is $1,200, bro. It's fire though, but I deadass need one. Like I need one. It's $1,200. Like they don't tell you about any of this shit. I just paid taxes too. Ooh, that shit had hit me hard. But yeah, I mean, I have made some horrible investments and was really bad with my finances, especially when I was younger. I really didn't pay attention to it. I didn't care. I was like, oh, I got money coming in. I can buy whatever. But now I'm like, oh, I'm very like, oh, I don't want to spend no money ever.
Sort of like originally it was in a mutual funds. I moved this to this different like version of it, but it wasn't from the bank. Because the one from the bank was the most stupid one in the world. Because every time you go to the bank, I'm sure the same thing happened to you. Like they're on your trying to get you to like, invest in their bullshit, right?
Yeah.
One time I folded. I gave him 200 grand, and bro, after 2 years.
Huh?
After 2 years, what?
After 2 years, 200 grand. What do you think it turned into?
205,000.
193.
Huh?
I took that 193 and I just gave it to somebody that I knew. And I like ran the credit union, and I think in like a year it ended up going like 290. So I was like, whatever.
It's crazy because again,
GG.
although we both grew up understanding the value of a dollar, people are gonna think we're insane for some of the numbers that we're talking about. Like we get it, we understand how crazy these numbers are, especially now looking back as we're older. we understand these numbers sound crazy, but that's the thing. A lot of people around us on the internet, like, dude, I still see people today, streamers and stuff, they act like 100K is nothing. It's like, I get that you're making, like, stupid money.
It's just they're so young. You know.
Facts.
But exactly. I'm like, dude, no matter how much money you're making,
Bro, I'll be sitting here and I'll be watching some of these streamers gamble, and they're gambling with a lot of money. Even if you got it, it's like, oh my God, like you're playing with a fat bag, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I'm B First. Thank you for the prime.
And I love it. I
Bro,
love it. I love it so much.
Or just in general. Yeah, I mean, bro. You see some of these streamers and they're like, some of this, like, they treat, like, sometimes it's like, oh, this money, they look at it so much differently than I look at it. You know what I mean? Like, he's saying, like, it's nothing to them. Like, 100 racks, nothing to them, bro, which is, like, crazy.
the fact, like, how easy people are just throwing around money, it stresses me out, bro.
I just wish I threw aside about 95% and used the 5% that realistically would have, like, been good for my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I wish I just never thought
Facts.
more than I did. And especially before I knew about taxes like that.
Yeah.
If I knew about taxes like that, I
oh,
never would have
God.
bought my R8 cash like that. No way.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, when I think about it,
Taxes,
I begged you to
bro.
co-sign that so I could lease it.
You're R8?
Yes.
I don't
It's
remember.
okay though. It's not your fault. And it's like it sounded scary at the time, but I for sure would
This
have
guy
made
has
payments.
every memory.
I mean, it's the truth because I didn't want to buy it cash. Obviously,
I'm just saying, I don't remember
Then I listened
the-
to one Lil Uzi song and he's like, bought it cash. I'm okay. If Uzi did it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't remember, but yeah, I mean, I
We
don't
were so
have-
dumb, bro. We were so
dumb.
dumb.
Credit. Because I had no American credit, so I wanted to get it leased, but then you didn't. So I was like, okay, I'll
It
buy
was in the
cash.
New York. I mean, it must have been in the
In
New York.
but you were just like skeptical, but a big purchase like that.
I mean, I
Isn't
don't
like
even
half
know.
or
I
even
mean, I don't
most
even know if
gambling
I don't have
balances
enough
credited?
I don't-
for sure had good
I think so. I think sometimes it's credited, but then sometimes streamers go in with their own money. You know what I mean? Because they just love the game. But sometimes, yeah, to be fair, like they are playing with credited bread. Like, in other words, it's not their bread.
back then.
But sometimes they are.
Credit card or
Honestly, I
anything.
don't know how to distinguish.
No, bro. Bro, you know how much money I wasted on like
I remember when you got your M3, you had your deal was
taxes?
crazy.
I need, if there's any tax specialists out there that still wants to save my life, financial advisor, anybody come, please. I need help. I still have zero. I still don't know what I'm doing, unfortunately.
This is the first year this year that I finally got tax help. That I worked with a financial
Give me the advice.
advisor or like
So we
a
don't
company of
necessarily-
like
see, we
financial
made a lot of
advisors and
mistakes,
CPAs.
If you
and
had
things
the
like
money
that.
you had again, like, or if someone's in your position,
Should have been
someone
doing this since
had
I was a
my
kid,
money-
man. I would have saved a lot of bread.
I believe it too.
There's
by
way more
the-
money out there.
There
we
is.
did it as retarded as kids, but it's because we didn't doubt ourselves. I feel like me and you over the years, because of what we built, we feel like we have to perform at that standard, or we're like completely
horrible, yeah.
under.
Yeah.
Like you feel like we're always under, and I feel like that's what. Because bro, I've had so much energy
Facts,
wanting
though.
to go, and I feel like that's the only thing that holds me back is like my previous self.
Yeah.
You know, and you're always just. That's what.
Hey, he's not
sucks
lying.
One-hit wonders, or not one-hit wonders, but like songs that are too big, like Roddy Rich.
Yeah.
Or like The Box, like it almost fucks you over when it does that well.
Yeah, because then
You
everything
know,
you
it's
compare.
not even his
everything.
fault. Like the song could still be good, but people are just they expect the box, they expect the best thing.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I feel it.
And performance, and it's always people that don't even perform or do well that are pocket watching everyone else's performance to gauge if they're good or not.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
But
So I just
to-
gotta shut up and
To
go.
that point, though, when it comes to hitting 30, like I genuinely.
Chinzo
like, I
with the
never would've felt
prime.
Like this maybe the last 10 years.
That you'd be doing this again?
And
Wait,
I love
wha-
it.
No, not even
And I
necessarily.
love it.
Why
mean,
did I
definitely
see
did it,
that
But
on
what I was
on
gonna say
here
is I
so much
actually
quicker
feel like
than
my
it was on
30s,
here?
like you said, I feel like I could be, hopefully, inshallah, right? But I feel like I can
The
get
amount of
a lot
times you
more success
wrapped your
in my 30s.
GTR, you probably could have copped 2 more. And I wrapped my GTR once. I put decals on it, and then I wrapped it once at West Coast Customs, which costed a decent amount of money, but I also was paying for 4 Giottos and a new interior. But I don't spend my money on car. I don't spend my money on shit no more, bro. I'm telling you, just rent and food, bro. But recently, I'm fucking furnishing an apartment. Hopefully, it'll be done soon so I can show you guys it. But right now, like, there's so much emptiness in there. Like, it looks like a crack house. Like, I don't want to bring you guys there and you guys see a bunch of dead space. Like, I want it to look good and
The
furnished.
reason I had up to this point, which if you ask me, and we've had this conversation, I felt like when FaZe crashed, like, all right, well, that's it. Like, that was my goal. That was my one chance in life. And, like, I don't know what's going to happen next. You can put
Facts!
FaZe aside,
That's how we all felt, bro. That's how I felt this. Like, bro, I'm looking at this FaZe shit. I'm seeing it go up in flames. I'm like, wow, I blew it. I blew it. And I didn't even really blow it. You know what I mean? But I'm thinking like, damn, I blew it, bro. I'm like, fuck. Like, what do I do now, bro? Like, this is what I was doing. This is what I've been trying to do since I was a kid. And now it's like cooked. And I'm like, fuck. Like, just how Apex is saying. He's like, bro. He's like, all right, bet. Like, what do we do now?
now that FaZe is again
FaZe could have been
back in a better
billionaires if they
position,
bought
I think it's
Nvidia
gonna
in like
grow
2016.
back
Facts.
to where it was, or a similar.
The years FaZe wasn't popping, what were you doing daily? Well, for like about a year of FaZe not popping or like being dead, I was still pulling up to the warehouse every day and trying my best to make YouTube videos and run the YouTube channel, the FaZe YouTube channel. It was just hard because no talent would ever show up besides me. I would have to like beg talent to show up for these group videos. And then if I couldn't do that, then I would be like, okay, then I would have to go out and get an external talent. Like we did a Mr. Beast video, we did a Trippie Redd video, we did a Gideon video. Vaping. I mean, honestly, low key, yeah. And then I was doing that for a while, showing up to the warehouse, trying to figure out how I could, still make YouTube videos for FaZe has a presence on YouTube in some way. I was playing a lot of COD, and then I started boxing. I boxed for I trained a lot. I was in the gym a lot, and then I started boxing, and I was boxing for from October of 2022 to May of 2023.
At least in the immediate future, I hope in the next few years. Aside from FaZe, I still feel like if I hopefully put in the work and
Are you dyeing your hair again? I think I have to.
Do more, think less. Because I think that's what ends up happening. Think about it. We thought less about what our thumbnail was on videos that were getting millions of views. That actually mattered more objectively. And now our videos are probably going to flop, but we're worried more about the thumbnail. For what?
No, 100%. No, you're right. And like I said,
we're spending so much effort and stressing about thumbnail for
thinking and planning, and I've done a lot of that.
More options. Imagine that. Imagine if I actually was thinking as much as I am now back then about my videos. I never would have been able to make because I would have been thinking about what they could have been.
Yeah.
So just go.
No, you're right. You gotta just go.
God, just walk up to somebody that can.
That's what it is, bro. Just going now.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of streamers
just pressing the go live button.
That they're dumb because they can just do more. I swear to God, the dumber you are, the more you do, and the smarter you are, the more you think about your move and how it could go wrong and what could happen and best case result.
No nicotine or tobacco products.
There's a healthy.
Do you prefer streaming now or making YouTube videos back in the day?
And there's a lot of ways to make money now. Insane ways, even just TikTok. We were just talking about it, but
I don't know. I like my relationship with streaming, how intimate it is, and the fact that you have a chat. You see the same people in the chat. We could really sit here and do anything. We could sit here and react. We could go IRL. There's a lot more freedom, I think, and it's a lot more real and organic with streaming. YouTube is a lot different, but I've had the most fun. This is the most fun I've had, in front of a camera, making content, all that in years, streaming. You know what I'm saying? I genuinely enjoy this. I like this. I like showing up every day and talking to y'all and figuring out, all right, what we gonna do? What should we plan? Woo, all of it, bro. It's fun for me. And if it wasn't fun for me, I feel like y'all would be able to see that. I definitely wouldn't be able to sit here and fake it. I'm not the type that's that drags my feet. If shit's not fun for me, I would just dead ass hop off. But it has been a lot of fun, and a big part of that is because of y'all who show up every day, and then also being able to live in a FaZe house and be a part of a collective where everybody else is also doing the same thing. That's what makes it fun.
No gambling for me, buddy. But yeah, I watched a streamer yesterday make 800K in 5 minutes. I'm nice.
On what?
On one of these gambling websites.
Slots?
Just crazy. All
Appreciate
this stuff is
y'all,
just
boys.
weird, and you don't know what's even me. I'm questioning something. Is this stuff real?
You see the Los Poise Plinko ones?
Yeah, insane.
I want to make somebody be like, I want to go get the
I'm
money.
never
I'm not
took a
talking-
day of
no
PR training in my
gambling.
life.
No gamble.
I'm sitting here keeping it a
Crazy
whole
how every
100.
game, even for kids, they kind of instill that in you at a young age,
Yeah,
FIFA, 2K.
CS:GO,
CSGO is
boxing.
meant for adults, so I kind of don't want to bring that one in.
Okay.
But 2K, FIFA, the pack openings,
Yeah,
it's
no,
gambling.
you're right.
I
It's
get why you
that.
guys
It's
stop doing
there's
accounts,
still
and why do you think
forms
it
of
still works for
gaming for the youth.
Jeff?
I-
Because he
I'm
never
so
stopped.
glad
Because
that I
he
can't
never
gamble.
stopped.
Yeah, exactly. Arcade machines, exactly.
Arcade machines,
It's
yeah.
Dave and Buster's is a casino for kids.
He never stopped,
Dude.
Chad. That's
It's literally,
why.
No, literally. Dave and Buster's is a casino for kids.
I
never
think
thought about that.
again, I'm
Love
Muslim,
watching
so
this
I
being someone that
do
used to
certain
grow
things.
up
I can't
watching.
do
you
certain things.
like,
So
if
I
you
can't
ever-
gamble.
Hey, that's what's up,
Would you
lady.
take him with Dave and Buster's?
I appreciate you, gang.
No, that's not. That's not. I'm
But
talking about
gamblers.
Okay, hold on. Don't gamble. And I'm so happy that I can't gamble. If I ever gambled, I know. I
Oh, it
would
is
lose
haram.
it.
Apex
I've never
can't.
gambled.
You never done a single CSGO thing ever.
What do you mean?
You never traded
No,
your skin?
no, never.
Not once.
Swear to God, no. I don't gamble. There's certain things I'll never.
Why do I?
Why
feel
you-
like-
Wow. W
I just
Apex.
feel
You know
one
I
time
don't.
threw a skin in
Have you
there.
ever seen me?
Would
you ever do vlogs again? I thought about maybe doing a vlog on. I don't know about this channel.
Hello.
I haven't posted on. I posted one video on this channel. This channel is 5.8 mil and is dead. I feel like unless I really go dive back into it and take it super serious, and post consistently on this channel, I shouldn't touch it. But my FaZe Adapt live channel, what comes up when you type in FaZe Adapt? The type of FaZe Rain, Taylor Holder, I love it, Taylor Holder, Pigeon, Stutter, Sister Live, Mocking Tier List, Funny Moments, BO2, what the fuck right now? Okay, well, it's a lot different than what it used to look like. I feel like I could post a vlog on this channel, though, bro. Unless maybe I can't. I don't know. I feel like I want to try it just to, like, you know how I used to make the day in the life? Harriet Tubman 05 with the TN1. You know how I used to make the day in the lives? Like, I feel like if I did a day in the life, and I did it on a good day, and I vlogged it and uploaded it on FaZe Live, that would be cool. Like, I try to think of, like, what would be cool from a viewer's perspective to see. Because y'all see me streaming now and doing this regularly. But if I did, like, a step back on some OG and, like, made, like, a OG, like, vlog, I put 5 a.m. behind it. I don't know. But I don't know about my actual FaZe Adapt channel. I don't think I can touch this FaZe Adapt channel until I have an idea and a game plan of what I'm gonna do with it, and until I'm ready to be consistent with it. You know what I mean? I could definitely try to figure out how to revive it and make good content on it. Like, this last video didn't do bad, 570K. These views aren't terrible. Like, they're not terrible, but they're, you know, they could be a lot better. Burrs, thank you for the 2 months. But the thing about it is, I need to be consistent. I would need to be consistent, and I just recently have found like a passion in streaming again and having fun with this. So I don't want to force myself to, like, okay, I also need to, like, figure out what I'm doing with this. I want it to come to me, and I want it to be right, and I want it to feel right, and I want to be happy with it. The same way I'm happy with, like, how I have found what I'm doing with streaming and, like, the different things I do on stream and, like, et cetera, you know what I mean? Like, I need to let it come to me, chat. You know what I'm saying?
Never really had an issue with anything.
I never smoked cigarettes, by the way. We were talking about this yesterday, and he's like, I can't believe I convinced everybody that you smoke cigarettes. I never smoked cigarettes.
We really did lie to the horner and convince him
I'm
that
not
Apex
like
smoked
I've never
cigarettes.
done. I've made
Yeah,
mistakes.
I'm saying because it was so obviously fake. Like, every clip was.
Chat, I need to throw out.
I trust me.
I need
How
to
do you
throw
think
this
I know?
out real
I would
quick.
look at
Wait,
YouTube.
I need to throw this out so
2,000
fans don't
comments.
infest the
He's still
room.
smoking cigs. I'm like, bro, no way you guys believed this.
Wait.
I swear to God, they believed it. People believe it. Never gambled, thank God, because if I gambled, I would be bad. I would be really bad. And listen, that's the thing about crypto. It's kind of a gray area. And, like, when I started investing in stocks and stuff, like, I feel like that was the rush of what gambling would give you. That's why I'm like, bro, I'm done with the high risk investing and that stuff. So, anyways, don't do that with your money, please. But we'll move away. I guess the last thing I'll say is, because everyone thinks we made so much money, did you ever believe at all when you saw, like, the evaluation and stuff? Did you ever believe that how much, like, that you would ever see any of that money?
I was never gonna sell regardless, because think about what I went out there and said. Like, I was gonna, what's it called? Round trip it. I was gonna round trip it regardless.
What is round tripping?
You go all the way up and down.
Oh,
like, you
yeah.
let it crash.
we all did. That's the thing. We all
But
round
also, we pretty much were, like, none of us could have sold even at that top.
But we couldn't.
The only time we could have sold is when it was, like, what, down 85?
Yeah,
like, we could have sold, like, when it was worth.
Yeah.
It was not worth it at that point, even if we wanted to.
Well, what was the most it was?
70. It was like 70 for us.
70?
Yeah.
So you're saying
Nice.
Wait, I missed something important.
Like, we could have sold, like, when it was worth.
Yeah.
It was not worth it at that point, even if we wanted to.
well, what was the most it was?
70. It was like 70 for us.
70?
That's facts.
So you're
How
saying-
crazy is that, bro?
70 is
70 M's. Yeah, yours was more because way
It
more, like
wasn't.
95, 105.
No, it wasn't. I swear to God,
Big
it wasn't.
spender.
This guy's making up fake numbers.
Oh.
No, but either
No
way,
luck?
it is fake. It's all Monopoly money, by the way. I wish it was real. Are you joking? That's the problem.
Would you sold?
Yes.
Like, at least half,
Of course I
folks.
would have. What?
On God, it would have been financially irresponsible for you to sell, because you never said anything. I said stuff, so I can't. But
Well,
you
either way,
Hey,
I never sold. I never sold a penny. Like you said, by the time
I love doing it.
why do you keep making faces? This guy. I never sold. I wish.
Bro, I wish I sold. It's about you. It's like, I can't.
I wish
I don't know
sold.
what it is. I have to. I just have to, bro.
I wish I sold,
So
but I didn't. But anyways, when the stock was at $20 or whatever it was, none of us believed it was ever gonna be real money. Anyways, by the time we could sell,
Some people for sure
This is
did.
the scam. By the time we could sell, it was like $1 stock.
Yeah.
I didn't believe it was real money.
That's
Why were you
facts.
so, like, down to be best friends with.
That's facts.
That's what I have to know.
It dead ass. By the time we could sell,
Goofed and they'll think that
it
that
dead
was a
ass
good move.
dropped all the way down to
I
a
know how
dollar.
convincing they can be.
Well, here's the thing. The difference is I was just like, we're beyond.
If only
we're
you knew
beyond
what
that.
I say happened to you. I don't think I've ever told you.
What do you- go
That's
ahead.
everyone you got corporately groomed.
I know. Yeah, I mean,
That's
I
literally what I
know
tell
how you
everyone.
feel.
I'm like, oh,
He
Apex got
kinda
corporately
did,
groomed.
bruh.
He got groomed for 4 years. But you know why? Is because after that picture of Banks said up to something, the one where we did that one thing, I remember we
The picture
talked
of
after.
Banks, what?
Well, he posted of us saying like up to something that day.
Oh, yeah.
We were walking back to the parking lot and we
Yeah,
were
yeah.
talking. You still wanted bro on the team. I was like, what's wrong with you?
He's like-
Because he was groomed, Stockholm syndrome, all the above.
This is the problem. I literally.
Who are they
on a
talking
human
about?
Level. No, I get it.
What are
I
they
get it,
talking
and
about?
I got finessed. That
But
guy-
there is no human level in it. You see what they do. There was
No,
like,
I
it's
get it.
business, bro. I'm sorry.
No, I get it.
They're monsters.
My guy,
You
biggest
agree with the
lesson.
reference I made? Like
What?
when you're in this game and there's a corporate guy, it's like a hot girl and a guy talking to you. Period. It's the same thing. Nobody cares
Biggest lesson I learned
Oh,
after that
I know
moment
what
till
they're
the
talking
time it
about now.
crashed. There are so many people that used to hit me up about all these things.
They're on a human
They'll
level.
never talk to you
Stop.
again.
There's so many snaky weirdos that were at FaZe that try to come back after, and I made sure that they got fired.
Isn't it so cringy to see how many of them like work there for a month and then they go around trying to get like LinkedIn jobs and network with everybody?
But
because of
it's
the
not
network they
even.
were-
What pisses me off more is there's so many people that were here that was so nice to. Because a lot of other people are pretty rude. I'll be honest. A lot of the other quote unquote FaZe members, whatever, for whatever reason it is, people are kind of rude. I always try to be nice to everyone. There's certain people that worked at FaZe that I was so nice to, that just literally like, and the backstab is like, not, you know, it's the most generic phrase to use. But bro, the feeling after with some of these people, I'm like, I can't believe you guys are real
It's
humans.
business in LA, my
And
friend.
a lot of them would leave.
That's how it
They'd-
goes,
they'd
bruh.
rep FaZe and use it. Then they'd leave and just start trashing the brand, like as hard as they can. And then no, I'm talking
Like-
I'm talking about random employees, which is cool. Whatever, you know, feel how you feel.
I
but
didn't trust the brand too much, I just
publicly.
stole guys.
Just they have to throw these comments, and then when everything's back again, like in some
They on dick
capacity,
again.
some of them are back trying to work at FaZe again. I swear to God, I was like, no. Like, there's certain people. I'm like,
I should make a What the
I'm
Fuck Right Now
never-
part
I'm
two?
not
What?
working
Who's
off
asking
this
for
thing.
that, bro?
And that's also what changed. Now I have a different. Like I would never even like try
Chat.
to.
FaZe Clan 6
push
man in
someone out
20
or whatever
minutes.
anymore. Now
I think
I'm just
Norton's
like, I
on
don't
right
care.
now.
Now I learned a lot of hard lessons. There's some people
I gotta
get the
piss. Hold
hell
up.
away from the brand. I want to see this person's face ever
I mean, it's
again.
pretty obvious, low key. The rule that I always thought was easiest is if they're a fan, they're always good.
Yeah.
Has a fan ever done us wrong?
No.
For me personally, actually, never.
I mean, no, but it's bro. There's just some people that, but there's also good humans. There is actually good humans.
Womp womp. I don't believe it.
No, there is.
I know there is, but they're not coming.
Sobin's a great
I guess
human.
you're right.
Sobin's
Were you
a great
ever?
human.
You were never a fan, right, Sobin? Never. Obviously.
No. Not from before. No, but he's he's one of the
No, okay, you're right.
he's one of
He's
the
an anomaly.
But he's exactly.
Who
But-
else?
No, no.
Nobody else. I mean, you said you've been around
all
since
these guys.
we never met him though, because he was esports, or I didn't.
No, but
I'm
Sobin,
fake.
because Sobin was in the office, he was one of the people there every day that I worked with.
Yeah.
One of the
Sobin's
few,
always been amazing.
There's
I'm
a
glad-
few,
I'm
there's
glad
a
he made
few
the cut.
people that are really actual good people. He's one of them. There's very few. Anyways, that was one of the biggest lessons I learned. I was so turned off to ever work with another human in my life after like FaZe started crashing. Now I'm a little more open to it, but it way different energy. So to your point about the corporate,
Who's playing in the 6 man? All right, so listen. This is who we got confirmed for FaZe 6 man. Last time we did a stream like this last week. We got a 6 man and we went for trick shots and S&D, and honestly, it was so much fun. Everybody that was in the stream really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was the first time I played in a 6 man with FaZe members in years. So today, this is the lineup. It's me, Norton. Norton is finally making an appearance. Scope, Tommy Temper, Rug, and who's the 5th? Is the 6th Swag? Did I say Swag already? I said Swag already, right? Bro, it's a pretty fucking stacked lineup. We got Rug coming in. Probably just finished making a 10 mil YouTube video banger. We got Norton coming in for this. We got to get Apex for one of these because this is low-key Apex is serious. Swag also is playing. Swag is going to be able to help us get to last, bro. Scope, too. We got Scope. We got Scope participating. It's going to be fire. It's going to be a vibe. The last time we did this last week, y'all really enjoyed it. So I put a little group together, and we're all on at 5. We're on at 5, and that's in 19 minutes. Why doesn't Apex play as much anymore? I mean, he honestly just started grinding and making these really well-produced YouTube videos, and just is like on his comeback arc to the internet right now.
Yeah, maybe there was some corporate grooming in your wording, right? Partially too.
So you agree?
Yeah.
Because I've been saying, I'm like, yeah, I don't
No,
feel
I
like
mean,
what
bro,
I'm saying, but
I got my
did
G
get
Fuel right
finessed.
here.
I mean, I also was
it's
like,
because this is what I thought he did to you. He's
Glory
like, he made
Soja,
you
my
feel-
boy.
Like he made you feel.
What's up, Glory
human
Soja?
And like cared
Get
about
Max.
him, like he was there for
Max normally doesn't even get here till 5, and then he's got to do his intro, all that. We're literally running the 6 man
Yeah,
at
I mean,
19 minutes.
I never believe or
And I
felt
love
that
it.
way.
And I
That
love it. I
deep.
love
No,
it
I
so
swear to God.
much.
What, do you think I'm gonna go for him? Oh, you can tell me
I have-
problems.
When he said it, in
I
the
have
box,
restless
we cried together.
leg.
I was like, nah,
Me?
I was like,
I dead ass. People always say that it looks like
Cry.
I'm beating
Hugging
my
him
shit
in the
underneath the
dark, first
desk
off.
because I'm shaking my
Don't
leg.
ever bring that up.
Listen. Anyways, part of it though, just to be completely honest, we had a board that
Edsky
literally was
Ross
calling all
with the
shots
3
at the end of the
months.
day. That's the thing people don't understand.
Norden asked if we could do a hide and seek with the 6 man that we have. But I don't know what that would look like on Black Ops 6. I don't know what it would look like, but we should try it. Y'all remember we used to make those Black Ops 6 videos?
The board literally,
I saw you hug it.
the board literally decided. So for me, just my perspective.
Let's hear
we'll move
Apex
on
out
from
on this.
We disagree, and it's completely fine. I still don't agree
With what?
that we could have I feel like the only reason that we're able to change it is because it crashed this year and all these people lost so much money and they're already out.
I was just saying, if it's not worth anything, it's not worth anything to them. It's
but
still
I
worth
guess,
something to us.
but when it's worth, when it was at the value it was at, it's
Ron's behind me? Yeah,
either
no.
way,
That's the homie.
My perspective was like, I gotta just do the
mother piss on the wall.
Hide and seek with
I
the
was like,
squad.
I
Oh,
gotta
those
do
videos were
this
legendary.
Garbage situation is the board, and I gotta play. I was trying to play the long game, didn't work out. I tried my best. From my perspective, my
Where's Norton
perspective,
at,
and
bro?
I'll say this till I die, is I tried my best, and I don't think I finessed anyone or I did anything completely selfishly for myself. He's making faces again. Well, you can think whatever you want, buddy.
I love that he's trolling
I
Apex
know-
during all
You
this.
know
It's
why
so
I
funny.
did it? I'll tell you exactly why I did it.
Would you
'Cause
have
when-
sold Adapt if you could peak at peak evaluation? Would I have sold? Probably not. I mean, we weren't even allowed to. My also share was not like Norton's. He's saying like these crazy numbers like 70 mil, 80 mil, 90 mil. Mine wasn't that crazy. I mean, it was still a comfortable amount of bread, right? It was still like 8 figures plus. But for the simple fact of FaZe being my life, I don't think that it would have ever been something that I was comfortable with doing. You know, unless everybody, like, unless Apex, Banks, Norden, Tommy, unless they all unless they all were like, fuck it, bro, we out. Like, then I would be stupid to be the only one still here standing. But because this is something that I'm so passionate about and this means so much more to me than money, like, I was such a fan of FaZe when I was a kid and, like, have dedicated so much of my life to this brand and making sure it's respected and it lives longer than myself, you know? No, I couldn't have, bro. There's no chance. There's just no chance.
Oh, I know
He's in
you
the
don't
position
think.
he
By the
was
way,
in.
can I just say
I
something?
know.
If I thought that you actually think that I was like finessing and stuff, I don't think you would be.
No,
you would
exactly.
Talk to
Like
me
that's why he's my brother forever. It's just so funny because you were put in the position which I get, where everyone thought it was like it's kind of like how in this building, like at the front, the people get yelled at for shit. But it's never their fault. It's always the people who are in the
Yeah,
other
yeah.
room hiding.
Oh my God,
It's
yeah.
always like the person at the front desk's fault. So
I was at the
you
front
were like
desk.
the front desk of FaZe
It's the
because you're not
worst, dude.
handling
It
the
was the
back,
worst.
and everyone thinks you did.
W
So there's
cap,
nothing you
what?
can do.
It was the
So
worst
that's why I
2
said that
years of my
because
life.
so many people thought it was your decision. You had full
Bro,
choice.
even me and you, even like at certain points, like you, like it, I'm the middleman conversation between.
I will say this, and I'll just be completely honest and say, I absolutely hate that you guys tried to get me to sign an NDA
And I
because you
love
all
it.
told me to.
And I love it. I love
And
it
that's
so
the
much.
truth.
Silence with the
there's still money
five.
that they
For
owed
the-
me, and instead of saying like, y'all pay him the money you guys owe him,
I get-
NDA. That's why I had to finesse them and get that money regardless. I told him, yeah, I'll sign it when everything's
Again.
good. He said, well, let's make you happy. I said, it's one of the
He's spitting right here. Ooh, Celery, new video. Mods, can we pin that? Oh, Celery, you are a mod. Listen, Celery, that's a good video. I think that reacting to this, you could make a good title and thumbnail about this, too.
well,
things that'll make me happy.
I
Like
get
the
it.
truth about FaZe or the truth about FaZe or something.
Again, I just have a different perspective on a lot of the stuff. Like,
But dude,
I don't know.
it's corporate guys trying to hold my money
No,
over
I
my
get
head and
it.
be like, you have to sign it.
Oh, wait. Where's Norton at? Where's Norton at, bruh? It's done already. Oh, it is? Wait, how did you already make a video about this? I'm still reacting to it. Should we at least get to the hour mark? Let's watch 30 more seconds, and then I think we're going to get ready for the 6
Why
man.
is it- why would they want me to sign an NDA?
What-
Because they know they did f***ed up shit.
yeah.
I'm not trying to press it on you, but I'm saying in
No, I
hindsight-
get it. This is.
And it's about to
it's a
get real.
different time in the business. I get it though. I get your point now.
Yeah.
I would do a lot of things.
And I'm over it.
differently.
I don't care. I
Yeah.
understood like you guys
I
saw
mean,
it
bro,
from so many different ways, but I'm saying
I'll
that
give me
is
one
the
I would
second.
show, I mean, in
Right
my
here, though.
I
head-
would have showed up
Okay.
to Ice Cube if they had your money like held up. And that
Well,
one
I get it,
comes
but,
in,
but
oh,
here's
God.
the thing. But this is the one thing I'll say is, in my eyes, I was trying to do the same thing, just in a different way. By the way, I told him every day, send him the damn money that you were owed. I never told them.
It's just I get it.
I never
Towards the
said
end, you were like, "I decide if that's the way they're gonna pay it." I get it, but you didn't realize the bigger
I'm just saying
point
that's the
at
thing
time.
too. That's the thing too. There's other FaZe members that never got taken care of, and like I've gotten like pointed blame at. I'm like, bro, do you understand how many conversations
put
I
a
had
lot of
that
the
you
blame
guys
on
have to
Apex.
give X, Y, and Z shares? It's just like
Because he was
like
the
at the end of
bridge
the day,
between corporate
the
and
people in charge at the
talent
very
for so
tippy
long.
top and the board were the ones making the decision. So
I'm
I
trying to retain every dollar.
so I tried to influence the guy at the tippy top to get the board to approve
said that is crazy. And NTA for money that is yours is fucking insane. Yeah, they were
shares for certain
gatekeeping.
people, but they wouldn't. That's what stressed me out. It's like, okay, maybe I didn't do it in the Ice Cube way that you just said, but I was doing it in my way,
the bro way.
24/7. I was doing, yeah, but that's the way you would do it. I still feel like I was trying my best to do it in a different way and get it actually done. You know what I'm saying? So although we had different, okay.
No, I didn't see that,
Back
Boppy.
now,
Link,
say
link
that.
me that.
But the intention was there.
I know.
And it was
know.
but
and
anyway.
that's again. That's why I hold nothing against. Like we built something so amazing together. I don't care that.
No, but
at
it's-
one point in time, like you might have been finessed to think something else. But shit happened to us too. Like that's why I don't ever blame them for bringing that cancer home, the original one, the original one.
Yeah, I
the
mean,
one that stemmed and caused.
me
different
and you
types of
looked at each
cancer.
other and we were like,
Bro,
Yep.
we saw that the millisecond.
We
it
know
happened.
we were getting
Bro, just
scammed.
straight out of Compton.
yeah.
Oh, it's not gonna happen to
We
us.
watched.
Like,
We literally watched straight out of Compton.
We got
it's
Jerry
like,
Hellard.
We
He
watched-
came into our life. The next day, straight out of Compton drops.
We
watch
watched.
it.
We watched it at Compton and we were like, what's his name? Jerry Heller.
Damn, I never even thought about it like that. Norton, you here?